of this rock. You blocked them. And there's another one. Visit DogeHype.com today and climb the Twitch rankings with ease, whether you're just starting out or looking to take your stream to the next level. DogeHype has the tools you need to succeed. No, it doesn't. You're fucking idiot. And as always, remember, you can't say fuck you to your friends. Who can you say fuck you to? Fuck you. See if we can buy a new body piece, because the body is the only thing at the moment that we need to replace. Easy, bitch. The Faradun shall fall! Oh shit, I got hit by that. That was bad. I think we're good. We're gonna stun him. He's dead. Dead. I didn't even get to the hard one and it's still trying to fucking kill me with fucking RNG. Like, he shouldn't be able to do that. So bullshit. And I forgot to charge. Oh my god, and I jumped out of it. If you can't say fuck you to your friends, who can you say fuck you to? Fuck you! It is what it is. Let's get her done. New character. We got the Sorceress going now. And we're gonna do it as a no trade. Alright, here we go. Let's see how we can do the Miller. If he's gonna be a hard fight or not. Ooh. Oh god. Oh, perfect timing to stun him. Oh god. Nice. Yeah, just do this one last thing and then I'll give you everything that you promised. Oh, I'm sorry, just do this one last thing and then I'll give you everything that I promised. Oh, please, just do this one last thing and then I'll give you everything that I promised. Oh, please, just do this one last thing and then I'll give you the power. I swear, I'll give you the power if you just do this one tiny last thing. Feed this soul to the beast. And then afterwards, feed yourself to the beast. He's not doing the thing. Man, he didn't do the thing where he does like the mist. Oh man, I thought I was gonna die there. Laura Jordan, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow, good sir. How is it going? We're trying our first challenge run because we got bored. So we're and Fireball's not till level 31. So we're like, well, let's just use staff skills and see how good staff skills are. Because I remember freezing shard being really good when I was using it on my witch. And yeah, it is really good. We just need a better wand. What level are we? 18? We could use the other wand with the level 6 skill, but this is a level 9 skill right now. Do you play Path of Exile, Laura? Let me guess. You're a graphic designer, and you want me to buy your art. Is going good, by the way? Yes, it is going good. You are first follow of the day. That's good. Dead. Full charge up? Oh my god, that's insane. It only did 400 damage. Because, like, none of the fireballs hit. So close. Okay, I just need to kill him. Holy shit. Yeah, this character's borked though. Fuck it. I'm done with it. I tried. Insert 3 fates to unlock the door to the Trail Master? What are fates? Cowardly fate. Oh, I didn't know there was like an extra thing. Everything ready for tomorrow. So, remember, as always, you can't say fuck you to your friends. Who can you say fuck you to? Fuck you. And he doesn't have a body. So it's just kind of the arms, and he's got like his flapping gullet. Kind of just chilling there. Any of these come kind of close. That looks more like a guy wearing an octopus. Which is the back 3 side legs braided, and then the front 2 arms. So, bend back, so they could like kind of arch back like that. Beak doesn't open at this end. It opens like this. And how they used to fly is they would open their mouths and they would swish their heads back and forth and they would catch other birds. Oh my god. I mean, it's close. Literally, like, fucking something along this lines. Like, take this one. So this one's fucking amazing. Okay, there. The contrast. I love it. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Yeah, this is... Alright, here we go. I am here. We are here. We're good. We're ready to go. What's going on, guys? Welcome, welcome. How's it going?
gotta turn it down my end. Hold up.
Mute this for now.
Okay, you should be audible on my stream now.
Sweet, sweet.
I've taken the liberty of going ahead and deciding what guys I'm playing.
I am playing magical girls and zombies.
Oh, that should be good.
Yeah, that's what Grok told me to do.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any videos, I couldn't find any shit on it, so I asked Grok and he gave me like an instant answer of like a bunch of different combos, and I was like, magical girls and zombies sounds awesome.
I'm gonna be playing Mounties and Vikings.
Nice. This is too loud.
Also, you know, putting it out there, if anyone from the chat wants to join, that works.
Indeed.
Yeah. This is a 2+ player game.
Good old card games.
It is
so you already got one up? Oh, there it is. Perfect.
Yeah,
What's the server
2 to 4
password?
player game. It talks.
Egg salad. Failed to connect.
Capital ITTOCS.
Okay. I wasn't sure if capitals mattered or not.
It probably did.
Yep, there we go. Egg salad. We are in it. We are on it. We are at it. It is a time. Okay, we're going to turn this off. We're going to bring this back.
So
Turn it down just we. There, that should work.
Okay. 3 bases. Oh wait.
So we don't want.
Yeah, we're
these.
playing with the
I
Oops,
remember
You
how to
Did
do
It Again
this.
bases and the International Incident bases, as well as the Maine and the Big in Japan bases. With the randomizers again. What are these things?
Why is it saying I can't choose? Oh, I'm a spectator. I have to choose blue. Okay, I see. I see.
I think we just didn't do them last time because it would have been something.
How do I just draw?
Or you grab your 2 decks that you want, so the Mitchell Girls and the Kaiju that they have, which we didn't get to see played.
Okay, where are zombies? Do you know? Oh, there they are. Okay, I don't think I was supposed to do that. How do I...
Damn it.
Where's my deck? Oh, these are them. Okay. Okay, I see.
Yeah, you drew them.
No, I want... How do I put it back in... How do I put the frickin'... How do I... Oh, I gotta flip it, right? No, I want to grab all. How do I grab all?
Hold for a moment. I'm gonna actually check what the Vikings have in them real quick. I think that's kind of fighters. Because I think they use a specific mechanic that is in the rules, but they might not. They might actually just be kind of simple.
Okay,
yeah,
can
doesn't
do
it
that.
Okay.
1302! Welcome, welcome. How's it going, bro? Welcome.
Yo.
We are doing collab with Levi. We are playing Smash Up. Tabletop Simulator. So if you have Tabletop Simulator and you are interested in playing Smash Up, feel free to join us.
Now would be the perfect time because we haven't started yet. And also we need to trust you to not, like, look at the stream to cheat or anything.
Yeah, they could do that all they want.
Yeah, that's the
Viewer's advantage. You don't have this game?
worst.
Tabletop Simulator? I guess actually, since we're not starting with Reacts, I can change the category to Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, that's not a particular, like, it's not crazy cheap, so I'm not gonna be like, hey, you should get it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like 30 New Zealand dollars. I don't know what that is in other currencies, but
Yeah, it's like $24 or something like that.
yeah, it's not free.
No, but it's
It's
if you're interested,
mid-priced game.
Yeah. What am I looking for?
Okay, let's
Tabletop. There we go. Done.
put
Okay.
these guys in
Egg
front.
salad. Let's change this here. Tabletop sim. Egg salad. We are good to go. Other than my food, of course.
Yeah, so it's right. So we got big in Japan, main bases, Oops, you did it again, and nations. So
All right.
a total of a lot of bases that we could get.
We're doing good. I got
Bagel.
bagel bites. A little late for
20
everything, so I kind of had to rush, and I totally forgot my food was in the oven because I was trying to get everything ready for the stream.
Like an hour early for me.
Yeah, getting used to the time adjustment last month was kind of brutal.
Not that bad here. I finished work at 2 today.
Nice.
Because it was very quiet, and they let me finish early if it's quiet. So they all mean just, like, not do anything.
Okay.
So, should we stop? Should we just jump right into it?
Let's jump right into it.
Okay, so... yeah, shuffle these. So, draw one base per player plus one. Same as last time, so... 1, 2, 3. Just these front 2 bases, and we flip them. And we should read these, just so we know what they do. So that we know what they do, so I don't end up just, like, piling all my guys on one place and getting a ton of points. So let's start from the... So, Cave of Shinies. Each time a minion is destroyed here, its owner gains 1 victory point. That could be very strong.
Damn.
Ringside. If you play an action that directly affects another player's minion here, draw a card. Ooh, a real brawly spot. Nice. And then Tortuga. The runner-up may move one of his or her minions to the base that replaces this base. We're kind of disincentivized from playing on this one, because the benefit of coming second is pretty good.
And you just give an advantage to the other person because we're only
Yeah.
playing with 2 people, right?
Yeah, if you win there,
It's kind of a
and
detriment.
also it's also a 3-point second place.
So it's like it's not like it's a 1 point in second place, so you lose all the points. So that's a really interesting one to think about and work with.
Yeah. Anyway, so those are set up now.
We draw 5 cards, right?
Yep, 5 cards from your deck, and then if you have no minions, you can try again. And then, I don't have any minions. I'm gonna show my hand just to prove it. Oh, damn it. You can search it. I meant to lay it out, but you can search it and have a look. It's all actions.
True.
Yep, so I'm gonna... have to keep this one, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna double check the rules that I have to keep this one. If you have no minions in your opening hand, you may show your hand, discard it, and draw a new hand of 5 cards. You must keep the second hand. Okay. The first player is the person who, in order of priority, was most recently abducted by an alien, shanghaied by a pirate, bitten by a vampire, burned by a dragon, kissed by a princess, driven insane by Cthulhu, attacked by a teddy bear, or eaten by an orc.
Cthulhu.
What games are you playing? Cthulhu? You got some Cthulhu nonsense going on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the U.S. Glad to watch from a distance, but you know, it's kind of crazy. Definitely some people out there that have honestly, I don't know much about the U.S. despite being Canadian. So everywhere that I've seen, New York City, I guess, was yesterday with all those protests. There's a bunch of video of people going around interviewing the protesters, and the protesters have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Fucking hilarious shit. So, do you go first or me?
You know what we can do? We can just roll for it. Do you want me to get out a die and we can roll for it?
Sure, where are the die?
Let's use a d20. So I'll roll first.
Alright.
Roll first.
Alright,
first.
roll.
I
One!
think
One! Are you guys seeing this? I rolled a nat 1! Fuck! Protesting and not knowing what they're protesting for. Yeah, like, I guess, so the thing was the guy had a sign that says Trump is a fascist, so the guy asked him, well, why is Trump a fascist? And the guy's like, he does, does stuff, without permission.
That's every president.
Yeah!
That's what the office is.
That's literally what the whole job is. So it was just, and apparently there's just like a stand that had like 150 signs, and they were just handing them out to random people with pamphlets. So the guy with the sign just handed like his pamphlet to the interviewer. And so, I don't know, read this. They handed me this. So it was literally a fucking joke. Then you look at Turkey, where there's like, what's the other one? I can't remember. It starts with an S, I think.
I'm gonna check something. Can I? No, I
But,
need a...
yeah, no. You look at, like, Turkey, and it's like, they know why they're protesting. They're protesting because a political opponent was basically eliminated from the race by being jailed and stripped of his degree. For no reason. That's a totalitarian government. Not what Trump is. Especially if you look at what Trump did in 2016 when all the shit he tried to do, basically no one went along with it. And it's like, well, now everyone's going along with it because everyone knows, hey, by the way, this stuff's good. We got to get it done. And everyone's like, why is he going crazy? It's like, people voted for this. This is literally what people voted for. And then they're like, there's so many people that are against Trump. How did he win? Such a joke. And it's like, well, you're obviously not the majority then. Like I said, the worst part about democracy is being the losing side and having to deal with the consequences of it.
We're gonna play this guy, by the way. This Pascal. He's got a talent.
Place a card from your hand on top of your deck to give this minion +2 power until the end of your turn.
Yep, and then I'm gonna use the action rating party where I reveal the top 3 cards of another player's deck, and I may play a revealed action or minion of power 4 or less as an extra card. Return the rest in any order.
Alright.
So I get to reveal the top 3 cards of your deck.
Is Monarchy better? Nothing's better, 13.
Yes.
The true reality is, I think once AI gets to a certain point, give it 5 years, you could establish a system where someone would literally have to write an essay as their vote. And if you can't do that, you can't vote. And if you can't write an essay and you're 21 plus, I don't want you as a part of fucking society making decisions, because you're obviously fucking retarded. If at 21 you can't write like a 200-word essay on why you want to vote for someone.
200 words isn't very much.
No, it's like, it's super, it's like, it's literally one hurdle to get rid of the lowest 20% of IQ voters that vote on feeling and propaganda with no backing up of it. It's like, those are the people we don't want. It's like in old school RuneScape, how people view the polling system has ruined the game because it gives noobs the opportunity to give their voice, but they don't know anything about the game, so how can their opinion be validated in any way? Right? So they've, like, basically fucking up the game for everyone else because they want all this shit that's like, well, if you're not a hardcore original RuneScape player, you wouldn't understand the concept of what the game is. And they're trying to change the game into something else. At least that's people's opinion about it. And they're like, oh, it's going to become OS3 again eventually. But, I mean, this has been happening for, like, 5 years. And OSRS has been out for, what, 8 years?
I need to check something.
So, I'm not quite sure what you did, but are you done doing it?
No, I need to check, when I play this card, does it go to your discard pile? I looked at the top 3 cards of your deck, and I got to play one. I'm choosing Maulcrawl, where I search my deck for any number of cards with the same name, and then I place all of them into my discard pile.
So you can just eliminate pulling all the shittiest cards from your deck.
Yeah.
How the fuck do I pick a fucking thing and you again get to fucking use it? Okay, I hate this shit. Levi abused me last time too, guys.
I'm pretty sure this card goes to your discard pile.
Yeah, that would make sense, so that I can pick it up again, right? Because it's a part of my deck, despite the fact that you used it.
But
Makes
I get
sense.
to search.
But
I get to figure out what I wanna.
But 13, just for
you know
like
what?
reference of what you want, if there was such a thing as a benevolent monarch, I think that would be the best way to go, because they would have the best interest of all the people at heart, without like being too in-depth on personal level, right? So like an AI overlord that's programmed to, you know, just basically oversee and look at what people want, and then evaluate that and see if that needs to be basically added as a law to society, or something like that. And it's like, or like I said yesterday, having infrastructure in the internet in order to facilitate true voting, like on a present the law yourself and like Reddit upvote system, essentially.
Here, I've got these 4 Dudleys.
And it's illegal to troll.
Pile.
If you troll the vote, you literally go to jail. So it's like the harshest punishment for the easiest thing, but it's to ensure that no one, you know, fucks around with voting. And so being like the anarchist thing where it's like, I'm just gonna vote for, like most people I'm sure voted, like young guys voted for Trump because they're like, he's gonna tear down the system. We fucking hate the system. Kill the system. And, you know, that's fucking what he's been doing.
And that's my turn.
That's why in my book I have a combination of the monarch as a military force because of a bloodline ability, and then the other side of the monarchy, the non-blood related, the wed into side, is the political housing of power. And that gives a balance between the military and the people. So it's my turn now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna put a walker here.
Oh.
And that gives me the ability to look at the top card on my deck. And either discard it or return it to the top of the deck. So if it's bad...
Yep. Oh, you can search one. I didn't consider that.
Alright, and that's my turn.
Okay. Anyway, hey 13, you want to hear an argument for why monarchy is better? Because I got like a good number of them. Don't forget to draw your 2 cards, or did you?
Oh, right.
Wait, you got 4 cards in hand? How's...
Huh? Because I only played one card. It's just the minion itself has the ability on it.
Okay, so, yeah. Okay. Put your ability in your graveyard. Your action, sorry, in the graveyard.
No, I didn't use an action. It's on the card.
Oh, wait, no, this one's... Oh, this is the one I played, right.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about. Oh, the mall crawl.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
my bad.
Yeah,
my bad.
I was confused. So you're not playing any action this turn?
No.
Okay, so remember... So you should be at 6 cards right now, then.
Oh.
Because you played a card, and then you...
There we go.
Okay, well... I am, this turn, going to Raiding Party. It's the same thing again. I get to reveal 3 cards, and...
This shit's broken.
When I was on player... Yeah, revealed action or minion of... Is that something about last time? Right, it is. I just didn't pull any minions last time, so I didn't think about that. Yeah. So, I'm gonna put it there right away if I can. And I'm revealing them because... Okay, I can't play Zombie Lord, of course. Well, I'm gonna play Tenacious Z then, because that's... During your turn, you may play this card from your discard pile as an extra minion. You may... okay, but... I'm just gonna play him, and I'm gonna put him... Yeah. And then... That'll end my turn, so I'm gonna draw 2. Ooh, that was a nice draw. Yes, it's got talent. Choose a minion with power less than or equal to the number of minions here, and move it to or from here. Of your minions here specifically, not of any.
I guess I end my turn.
Since there's only 2 of us, I don't really need to try that hard to be way ahead of you everywhere. I just need to win by like 1 point everywhere.
True.
It's not like a full player game where it's like, oh well, if you don't win, you get nothing. So okay, yeah, drawn up. Hello. So there's a bunch of options I have.
Lucky for you.
I need to run some numbers here. That's actually kind of close. I'm gonna put the Northern Mover over here. He's got a talent. I can choose one of my other minions, move it to another base, or give it +1 power until the end of turn. And I'm gonna end my turn with that, so I'm gonna draw 2.
Well, I guess I'm just ending my turn. Or do I have to play?
You don't have to play, but it's surprising to not play anything. Okay. Okay. I'm going to play this War Canuck, and I'm going to play this action on him, which is bring him in, play on a minion, ongoing. After this minion moves to another base, put a +1 counter on it. So +1 counter is these things, and they're permanent bonuses rather than until the end of turn.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to use the Northern Mover's talent to move my War Canuck to ringside. And give me +1. And that will be the end of my turn. So he's right now a 5 because he's got a +1 from the beginning. Another player's minion here as well.
Wait, what? Why is he +2?
Ongoing, if there's another player's minion here, this minion has +1 power.
Oh, and then he has the
and
other +1.
Yeah, then he has the +1 from bring him in, and that +1 is a counter, not a until end of turn effect. And it functions as a counter. Yeah. You played Magic before, surely.
Nope.
No? Crazy.
Never really into card games. The idea of having to spend money on them was, nope.
I guess this one's free, so it's...
Is it my turn?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna play this here. And I'm gonna play this card, Outbreak, which play an extra minion on a base where you have no minions. So I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna put this one there.
You play an extra minion of power 2 or less from your discard pile on each base where You have no minions.
I don't have anything in my
Okay.
discard pile, so...
There's also no base, so you don't have minions.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's
Yeah,
the end of
double
my
check
turn.
this thing.
Sweet! Let's get her done.
Okay.
So what are your reasons there, Levi, for monarchy being better than democracy?
You're trying to distract me on my turn, aren't you?
No, I'm actually genuinely curious.
Okay, so I'll give I read an entire book about this not that long ago. See. I kind of want to finish my turn, but let's see. That's it. Okay.
Hmm.
Real quick, I'm gonna play the Mountie Major. Ongoing, this minion has +1 power for each minion here, controlled by the other player with the most minions here. So that's 2. Because you have 2 minions there. Then I'm gonna use the Northern Movers talent to move my Walkernuck over here, giving this guy another +1. Who's that? I don't. It's annoying that they stack like that, but it's +2. So that's 6, 6, 2, 2, and then you've got 6 on there. So that's 18 plus 4, which is 22. And then, I'm going to use this action here, combat training. Each of my minions gains +1 power until the end of turn. So they all got +1. And I'm going to go to the, the check if things are done phase, and this will be at 26. So it finishes. And I get 4 points, and you get 2 points. And you get your zombie back into your graveyard, of course. And also the other things. So put your dudes in your graveyard. Let's see what we get. Player Training Stable. At the start of your turn, you may discard a card to place a +1 counter on one of your minions here.
Damn.
That'll be good for you. And I draw 2. Anyway, so here's what I think is the one I find the most immediately compelling, which is a democratic ruler doesn't own the capital value of a nation, but he does own the current use of it. As such, he is incentivized to maximize the current use of the nation's assets, rather than their capital value, which is sort of a more long-term thing. In contrast, a monarch owns the. There's a bot in my chat. The monarch owns the capital value of their country, and as such, they're incentivized to do the long-term planning stuff. Play an extra minion from your discard pile.
Yep.
Sweet. Epic. Okay, so that was your turn?
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah, because yeah.
Your other minions here are not affected by other players' cards. And you gotta reduce thing and then choose a minion. Okay, so you can get things there really quickly. Oh, this could be a pain. Okay.
But I was gonna say is the number one thing for like democracy is the fact that, like you said, they don't have a sustained, fully invested capital of the nation, as well as for a monarchy. if it is a continued bloodline, they're thinking possibly hundreds of years down the line, right?
Yeah.
So
That's also a factor.
yeah. So that would be like my two reasons why monarchy would be better than a democracy. Is the biggest problem with democracy and the greatest strength of a monarch. And it's like, if you don't want the people to rebel against you and kill you, because as a monarchy, you're a small amount of people, usually, right? Compared to the actual population. So you have an incentive to at least make it so the people don't get so fucked up that they just straight up don't care anymore and just kill you. Whereas you can completely tank an entire country like the US in 4 years, leave office, and then those effects take like 2 years later, right? And it's like everyone blames the current administration as opposed to you that caused these ripple effects to take place, which is what people are worried about with like Trump. In like 5 or 6 years, what the US is going to look like. And that's also a state of like the people themselves and the people's opinion of what the world should be or their country should be.
It doesn't matter. You did all that. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'm done.
So I'm gonna play Always Get Our Man. Move one of my minions to a base with another player's minion with less power to destroy that minion at the end of the turn. So I'm gonna zoop my northern mover over there, and I'm gonna target your fancy suit lad. He won't be gone until the end of the turn though. And then 4, 3, 3. That's 10. That's 4. I need to make sure not to go over right now. Although, actually, if I could just get more. I'm thinking about this, actually. You know what?
But let's say this, what, like in a hypothetical, what type of situation do you think, or like what type of structure of government in a democratic way has the highest potential to outweigh or keep track with the monarchy's like prospects for the future? Like how far into the future they look?
I mean, Hopper argued that the that old systems of democracy, where only the aristocrats could vote, were superior. So be sort of approximating that, but then that's sort of against the spirit of the question.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, even if it's a select few who have, let's say, the most wealth of the country, so they have the incentive to steer the country in a more prosperous way, and as long as they are slightly adhering to the culture of the people and the ideals of the people, then, maybe if the people have an ability to vote on a local level, like, your local city hall kind of thing, but on a grand scale,
yes.
like state-wise and federal-wise, essentially, would be purely the rich and wealthy who had the prospects of the country on a larger scale than, let's say, 5 years.
Oh, wait, I forgot to do the reveal of the top card of another player's deck if it's an action or minion, so I need to do that. So
Okay.
top card of your deck, and you see if it's an action or minion of power 3 or less, so I can steal it. That is an action. I'm stealing it.
Apparently I picked the best deck because you keep taking my cards.
Yeah. The Vikings are built around taking stuff. But yeah, so this is at 17, but also the effect that I destroy this guy at the end of the turn resolves, and I get to draw a card off of ringside. as well. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Yeah, so it's got to. Looks at this. Oh. So this is at 14 right now. It'll be quite easy to tip over. Still go though. But yeah, a system where very small states would be more functional, because the process of voting with your feet would be more actionable. Because under the current system, if I'm very discontent, or even like I'm mildly discontent with New Zealand's tax policy, I have to go to an entirely different place. I have to leave this huge area where I'll be like hours upon hours away from the people that I know. But if I instead, if instead the Bay of Plenty, which is the region of the US where I live, of New Zealand where I live, was its own state, and I was like, oh man, I don't like the tax policy here. I'm gonna go to Waikato or Auckland or something like that.
Yeah.
It's easier. And
Well,
then,
I moved from BC to Alberta, and I lost 7% tax because there's no PST in Alberta. So it was really nice moving here.
Yeah. And then nations would be more strongly incentivized to have good policy, because you'd be losing all the good people all the time. Or a lot of the time, It's it's never the unproductive people that are moving to get away from income tax. You could tip it over now, or you could try some other nonsense. But that is 7 points you gotta get on there. Which is doable, but quite doable.
Okay. Play this one. Then play this one.
Play either an extra minion or walking castle. Nice.
And then play this one. Your other minions here gain +1 power until the end of the turn. So that's 2, 4, 10, 13, plus 3, 16, 22. You want to recount that?
No, I believe you. I mean, it was 14 before. Then you played. This puts it up to 18. This, by its number, puts up to 20, and then it gives
+3.
It's 23. Not so. I did recount it. You were off by 1 in the other direction. Okay. So now to the dungeon.
It's never let me pick up the frickin' cards. There we go. Why? You stack all the other ones, but you won't stack this one.
Okay, and then I gain 2 victory points, and you gain 4. So we're tied again.
Yep.
Although you're in a slightly better game state.
Alright, and then I draw 2.
This gets sent to the there, and this. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, that's.
So we have 2 bases now that are like, I don't really want to... We could, or we could just not.
Okay.
I like that. That's
Do you
cool.
do your cards right?
Yeah.
Play that guy. And then... Wait, my turn. So I'm gonna...
All right. Can I still use this zombie lord, or is that like a one-time? Because I haven't used it, right? You may play an extra minion of power 2 or less from your discard pile on each base where you have no minions.
It's not a... it's not a talent. It's...
So I can only do that as soon as I place it down. I can't do it later. Since it was literally the first thing I placed down because it was the only minion I had.
An ability labeled talent can only be used once a turn. Likewise, any ability that says on your turn can only be used once during your play cards phase. Actually, now I'm not sure.
Because I've never used its ability.
Yeah,
Because I didn't have anything in my discard pile. But now I do.
let's check.
Yeah, I'm just trying to gain ideas because, like, the main thing for the book is trying to, like, press the idea of the combining of, like, each task of the government, like, in a monarchy slash democracy, where the monarchy has the power of the military and they just allow democracy because they want the people to be happy.
Like the, like what we've got.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's kind of like that in Canada too, because we do consider royalty, like we do consider, you know, the Queen to actually be like a monarchical ruler.
Zombie Lord's ability resolves when it's played, by the way.
So you can only do that once when it's played, and never again.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how I get fucked over. Because I have to play cards that are like that, because they're the only thing I can do.
Hmm. Check something. Also, I found there's a wiki, which is very nice. I gotta see if they got.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end my turn. I literally got nothing. Your turn.
checking a ruling. I'm going to put this card here, and then I'm going to use the, oh no, it's at the start of my turn. I'm going to change what I'm doing, because that actually makes things a lot more complicated. Also, I've got a card in my hand I've had since the first round, because it has not had its activation requirement fulfilled.
Ah.
Let's put them there. And then... I'm gonna end my turn. Ooh, that's a neat thing. Oh, speaking of things that are neat. Earlier today, I was thinking about the division of labor.
Okay, I'm gonna play this card. Grave robbing.
Place a card from your discard pile into your hand. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna take this. Wait, where did it go? Oh, it's down there for some reason. And I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. I'm gonna play this Valkyrie, and I'm going to target. So Valkyrie, place a minion from another player's discard pile into your hand. Oh boy. And I'm gonna take Rainbow Girl. And then... What's the tentacle thing? Yeah, I'm gonna cast the runes. I get to look at another player's hand, and look at the top 2 cards of their deck, and return them in any order. Play an extra action. So I get to look at your hand, and I get to look at the top 2 cards of the deck and shuffle them out if I want.
So do I have to throw out all my cards?
Just put your cards down, like, here, and you can drag and hide them, but you can do a drag and drop. Okay, so you got some... Is there anything that I need to be worried about here? That's quite good.
And you see, every time he just ruins my strategy somehow.
Well, I can't interfere with this stuff.
Can't you take one of my cards? Actually, you can take 2 of my cards.
No, I also get to look at the top 2 cards of your deck. And I get to shuffle those ones out.
I thought it said I can take 2 cards from my hand and shuffle them with the 2 cards on the top of my deck.
No, okay, I look at another player's hand, and then separately, so full stop, look at the top 2 cards of their deck and return them in any order. So those are 2 separate things.
Oh,
And then I
okay.
also have to play an extra action. But I didn't even bother reading.
So I can take my cards?
Yeah, there's nothing that I particularly care about in there. Another thing I get to search.
Whoops.
You don't want to put that there.
How do I take that out? There.
Oh, very nice. Okay. That is gonna be it for my turn, so I get to draw 2. Tis your go.
Not quite sure if this means what I think it means, but I'm gonna play it.
Shuffle any number of cards from your discard pile into your deck. So you search your discard pile.
So I can just take all of my discard pile and put it into my deck.
You could do that if you want, yes. Or you could choose only the good cards.
I don't know what the good cards are.
Okay. Well, you also don't want to be that. You want it to be the right way around. Then.
And yeah, I have to shuffle them.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna say if you don't know what the good cards are, that card's not very useful. Because I think the point of the card is that you don't want to be taking your things that benefit from being in the graveyard out of your graveyard. And you don't want to be and you don't want your cards that don't get any benefit from it to not be in your deck.
Well, you've already seen my hand, so that's the whole point of Mall Crawl, though.
Of multi.
And I don't think I can do anything else. Yeah, I literally...
You have creatures. You have minions. You can play minions. That's how you win the game.
Hey, I guess we play this guy. I'm gonna place him over here with the Zombie Lord. Oops.
Ooh, I've just thought of a very good thing to do. Is that it? And let's double check this, that this word means what I...
Okay, so I take that card, and then I end my turn, so I'm drawing 2. There we go. So here's a question. For the monarchy, like, this is another question that, like, I'm also posing in my book with the idea of, like, the viceroy basically going against the monarch and, like, out of nowhere being like, you know what, Beastmen can be fucking adventurers, don't worry about it, and then reveal that the Lamia has been masquerading as an avian this entire time. And that asks the question of what happens when the next in line gets basically promoted and has been working in secret to undermine the main royalty. And now that they've come into power, they're like, ha, fuck you, you've given me all the power, I was lying the whole time. Fuck you guys, I'm doing what I want.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about moving with me. So, go over that again?
The idea that the next succession, like, pretends to go along with it in order to attain the succession and the power, and then as soon as they gain the power, they basically enact the opposite direction of what the royalty has been doing, like, the entire time, and basically fuck up the entire plan. And no, it's, like, completely unexpected, because people wouldn't have given them the power, and they thought they raised them to be, you know, on the right track. Because that's kind of what I posed with the Viceroy going against everyone's back and being like, yeah, for like the last 5 years I've been setting this whole fucking thing up to prove that you guys are fucking idiots.
So, the monarch is going against what everyone expected from him, you're saying?
Yeah.
But, so kings typically aren't elected, though.
No, I mean, like the next of succession. So their son, the prince, is crowned the king, right?
Okay, well...
And then he goes, fuck you guys, I'm doing what I want, and basically, like, turns completely 180 and goes to, like, full slavery, like, fuck the middle class, like, and just basically tries to destroy the country.
Well,
like, at what point...
like the kind of thing that would get them assassinated. So,
now, here's another question to pose. What if the people want what they're proposing? Even though it's completely detrimental, because the people aren't thinking on the scale of hundreds of years, whereas the monarchy has the potential to think on the scale of hundreds of years, right?
Okay. So they've got a democratic mandate without a democratic system behind them. By the sounds of it. Right? Because you're saying that, oh, the people want this.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a case where monarchy is any worse than democracy.
It's just
there's still
a different representation of a different pool of people within that country, I guess you could say. Like, you're just seeking a different audience.
I have finished my turn, so I've got to draw again. I'm getting so many cards in hand because I'm not playing any of my... I have a lot of cards that are designed around getting me more points, but I don't... You know, more power on the numbers, but it's not useful for a lot of the time. Or did I already draw? I might have already... Yeah, I think I already... I can't remember if I already drew. I'm going to put these back in case I did accidentally already draw. But it's your turn. Because it was so long on that tangent.
Eggy Mayo! Welcome. How's it going, brother? Welcome to the stream.
Through this game, it would be further through the game if the turns were faster. You keen on joining for one of these? Do you own Tabletop Sim? Also, yo, it's me, Levi.
Okay, I'm going to use this action. Place a card from your discard pile in your hand, and I'm going to take the guy I put in there.
Okay. Fascinating.
And I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. Well... Okay, I'm going to run some maths. 5 plus 6, 11... Okay, I'm gonna play Rainbow Girl. My other minions here gain +1 power until end of turn. And then, I'm gonna attach this Viking Funeral to my Raider. So I play on one of my minions of power 5 or more. He's at power 5 right now, until end of turn. Ongoing after this minion goes to this discard pile, gain 1 VP, and then if I own it, put it back in the box. So the Raider, as referring to. And by back in the box, I mean exile, pretty much. or banish if you played Yu-Gi-Oh. But very importantly, I have not popped the thing yet, and I have 5 minions.
All right.
And that will end my turn. Draw. Well, that's a good card. What the hell?
Can you use Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from your deck?
Hey,
Hey, Iggy, don't tell me what's in his hand, bro.
He's not looking at my stream. He's looking at your stream. But I was gonna say, hey, speaking of.
Oh, I wasn't sure if he was looking at your stream, talking about your hand. I don't know what Pot of Gold
on
is.
Stream, so I don't think he has. But
I don't have anything that's called a Pot of Gold.
Pot of Greed.
Oh, Pot of Greed.
Card.
Oh, it's a Yugi. Oh, trolling me,
Also,
Eggy. You bastard.
not as strong in this. Lol. Anyway, it is your turn, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I just drew the sound.
Think dink.
So I'm
All right then.
draw here.
Um.
Fascinating.
Silly, it doesn't share viewers for you. It does though,
but
doesn't it?
No, it doesn't say that I've got your viewers because we're not streaming the same stream. We're just collaborating.
Yeah, but when you're collaborating, it shows. Look. Oh, it just shows who's on each stream.
Yeah, so it says I've got 1 viewer, you've got 5 viewers. It's
Okay.
a combined viewership.
Okay, and then the number is the combined.
Viewers, but I'm also not streaming the same content. It's different perspectives, man. And
No, but I was saying,
if we were playing-
it says that it combines our viewership. It
Yeah.
literally says that in the description of the stream together. It says combine your viewership
I wonder if it
and your
counts
chat.
towards, affiliate. I'd be surprised if it did count towards stuff like affiliate, because that seems very exploitable.
Levi.
Yeah, I
Scotty
don't think
has
it
4
counts
of the
for
5
that.
Exodia
It's just
cards in his hand.
it should show that like you have 6 viewers and I have 6 viewers, right? When someone looks at the stream. So it's a good way to promote someone who has a low number of streamers because or number of viewers because people tend to look at the viewer count, right?
Anyway, Iggy, I'm not playing Ancient Egyptians, and I'm trying to think what else would fit that joke.
Wait, did TTS not work? I turned it the fuck on.
I guess it didn't work. I just read it. I'm also not playing.
F.
It works. I reset it.
Ones.
Scotty has 4 of the 5 Exodia cards. I don't know what the fuck to do!
Maybe Rockstars. I don't know.
I'm like,
I will say, just
every
letting me
card
pile
I
guys on
have is like works with other cards, but it's like, oh, you don't want to reveal that you can do that, even though you already know what's in my hand.
It's 15 victory points to win, by the way. I'm gonna note Rhodes Plaza Mall is the zombie base, and you have not been taking advantage of it.
Well,
Why does it say aimbot.x at the bottom of your screen in that?
I literally don't know what the fuck to do.
Well,
Because it's like, all of them have powers, but none of their powers work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Techno-magical lass. Destroy a minion you don't control here with power less than or... Okay.
But I have no minions
So-
anywhere else, so there's literally, I can't use it. So I'm like, well, I might as well put it here, because I have minions here.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It would synergize if you've been building Rhodes Plaza with me.
Well, the whole point is that I had a plan for that, but you fucked up that plan, so...
Hmm. So, anything else? You got any actions you're gonna play?
I already drew. I'm done.
Okay. Well, I play the Huskarl, and I'm gonna play Pot of Greed, allowing me to draw 3 additional cards on my turn. So, nah. And then, because it's, end of turn, I also draw. Actually, let's check real quick. 5, 3. So that's 5, then 2, 2, 2. So this is 20 so far, which is less than 24. So it doesn't pop. I get to draw 2. On here. 7 plus 8, 15. Fascinating.
Okay, I'm gonna play Mall Crawl.
Okay. Search your deck for any number of cards with the same name, shuffle them into your discard pile, and then shuffle your deck. That seems like a very good card for zombies because they have some discard pile shenanigans. Game state changes so little between turns, it's very hard to keep track of when a turn has started or ended. So remember, they all have to have the same name.
Oh, wait.
Did you get all the ones you wanted?
Yep.
Ooh. During your turn, you may play this card from your discard pile as an extra minion. You may only use the ability of 1 each turn. So you do have an extra minion that you can play.
Wait, what?
You can play this agency this turn if you want.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, but only 1 per turn.
But
Because it's an extra minion, it's not a minion.
I'm confused. Because I just took this from my deck and put it in my discard pile. Why would I get to use it?
Because it's got a special activation ability that allows you to play it from your discard pile. And the playing type is extra minion, so it doesn't use your minion move. But you can only do 1 per turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
And that's
this
the
is
end
at,
of my turn.
yeah, so this is at 9 plus 8, 17. I'm gonna play this guy here. And also, I'm gonna take a random card from another player's hand and add it to mine. How many cards do you have in hand? I'm gonna roll a die. Because it's much easier than having you reorganize your hands. How many cards you got?
Fuck if I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Okay, so if I roll greater than 15, I'm gonna re-roll, but...
Ah, we both rolled a nat 1!
I'm taking lend a hand.
From where?
Shuffle in from your hand.
That was in my
Take a
hand?
random card from... Yeah, it was in your hand. But not anymore. When no
That's
players-
bullshit.
Look, I get to take cards. I'm Vikings. I do not respect property. Okay, so...
It's like, well, then what's the point of playing the game? Because I'm literally playing against myself. I don't even know how my own fucking cards work.
I'm using my action economy to get cards from you. That's... Like, my action for the turn is just getting a card from you. So, we go to the scoring phase. This is at 21. So, you get 4 points and I get 3 points.
He's fucking, spawn camping me, guys. He knew my deck was so good, he knew the only way to counter it was to fucking steal it.
Anyway, I'm at 9, you're at 10 points now.
Wait, what?
This thing's resolving. The Tortuga, it's done.
What? Did I miscount?
9 plus 8, 17. Right, Walker's a 2. Then plus my 4.
Fuck, I miscounted. God damn it.
You get that I could just easily bump this guy up if I was, you know, if I needed...
It was
I needed
supposed
this
to be
guy
6. Because I'm like, there's no cards that have 6, so you can't get 6.
Okay, but also I could just put 3 cards from my hand on top of my deck and give this guy plus 3.
Wait, what? How?
It's got a talent. Place up to 3 cards from your hand on top of your deck. This minion gains +1 power for each
See,
one.
if I knew that you could put 7 on there, I wouldn't have put my card on there.
Okay, but look...
That's so bullshit! I'm like, see, every time I have a plan to set something up, your cards fuck my plan somehow.
Okay.
Every
look at
single
Rose Plaza
time I've tried to do this is complete bullshit.
You could look at Rhodes Plaza Mall and see I've got a raider there. And that is the thing he does. Also, I have cards that give...
Yeah, but I'm just like, I don't even know what my cards do, let alone having an opportunity to look at what your cards do.
I don't know what
you
your
know
cards
what I
do.
mean?
Anyway, so you're at 10 points. And you only need 5 more points to win.
But you need 1 minion to win.
No, if this scores, I win.
Yeah, so
I
like
get 1 point
it's
per. This is 6 points
it's at
plus 1. This is 7 points.
no, all of your points together are 20, right? Like there's 20 on this base.
For each minion gives a point. There's 6 minions on the base.
Okay, what I'm saying
base
is
scores-
no, Levi. What I'm saying is if you place 1 more minion
Yeah.
here,
I
or you don't even need to
this
place a
point.
minion. You just need to score this, and you just win.
Yeah. That is true.
So it was like I was trying to win this one and make or like force you to like try and play this one as your second hand, but not get quite there. And
Put
then
one thing on it. Like,
Yeah.
having one thing on that means I get the 3 points.
I know, but what I'm saying is my plan was to make it so you couldn't do that. And then hold it there at that point so you could never use this base. That was my plan. You see what I'm saying?
I just need one minion on there to score when it scores.
Yes, but Levi, what I'm saying is my plan for this place was to put the number just underneath what your maximum capability was. So that the only option you had was to leave this base alone. That was my plan.
Yeah, I don't see the sense in it, but
Well, it doesn't matter if it had sense, that was my plan! And then you fucked my plan!
yeah, that's a card game. I'm supposed to do that. Anyway, so Tortuga resolves. The Tortuga effect is the runner-up may move one of his or her minions to the base that replaces this base. I need to check. Does this mean any of my minions? Does it include the Raider?
See, that's what I'm wondering. Does it include the ones that are on this already that were supposed to go to the discard pile? I was wondering that.
Let's look at the core set. Let's look at...
Because it sounds like you should keep... Like, it should say on this base. Like, the runner-up may move one of his or her minions on this base to the base that replaces this base, right?
So it's not the ones that are on Tortuga.
Okay. So it's any other card you can move.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't want to move any other card because you just instantly win on your next turn.
Yeah.
Or I could just force it and say, fuck it.
Hey, you got another Tenacious Z in your discard pile. That's good.
Gardevoir?
True. Wood. Next question. Anyway, School of Wizardry, it doesn't matter what that card says.
Okay, you win. GG.
Hooray! Yeah,
Okay, maybe we should make Levi have to pick a really shitty deck, so I might actually have a chance.
Okay. Sure, you can choose my deck, but I'm gonna reset.
Well, see, that's the problem. I don't know how to play the game. For all I know, I could be choosing the best deck in the game for you. That's why it's like having such a wide variety of things to choose from is like, it's literally like decision paralysis.
I'm gonna load in a fresh board, just so that everything's reset. It's gonna make things easier.
I feel as always Scotty just learning the game, getting his ass whooped. I mean, to be fair, it's not like I didn't get any points, right? It's just like, I'm like, okay, this is my thought process. How do I learn the game? Step 1. Do stuff. When you make a mistake, figure out what that mistake means, and try not to make it again. So for me, the only way to learn is to make mistakes.
Yeah. I could tell you what your mistake was, which was not piling in on Rhodes Plaza Mall.
Yeah, but to me it didn't matter because no matter what, like I didn't have the cards that had the capability of doing anything.
You just needed cards on there, because it's each minion you have on there that gives you a victory point when it scores. And if you use the getting extra minions of the those little zombie guys, you know, the Tenacious Z, if you were putting one of those on every turn as well, then you would very quickly rack up points.
What is the theme of the cards? It is just archetypes like zombies and Vikings, etc.
Yeah, there's
there's
superheroes,
aliens,
there's
dinosaurs, ninjas, pirates, robots.
Man, the dragons were annoying.
Shit ton of stuff. That's why I'm like, oh, magical girls. I'm playing magical girls. Period. Nothing. Nope. Magical girls. I don't care. Magical girls. Let's fucking go. Magical girls. Yes, magical girls.
Yeah, part of the problem is that magical girls aren't very good.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. And I wonder why I'm gonna win again.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like you know the strength of magical girls. Maybe pick a deck that's equal to it.
I don't know the relative strength of any ones that I haven't really played before. I've just become aware that magical girls aren't good by the display.
I mean, they seem like they're really good. Like, I can do a lot of stuff, but they don't have like the base minion. You know, that's what I was hoping. Maybe I won't go with zombies. Maybe I'll go with, what was the other one Grok recommended? Oh, time travelers. Time travelers. Are time travelers on here?
Probably, but
time travelers or Russians.
Yeah, they are.
Apparently,
they're in this sci-fi double feature.
Apparently, Magical Girl Russian is like the go-to deck in Japan.
I feel like the competitive scene for this game is probably not very competitive.
Where's my tower? Shit, how do I get my tower out? There's my tower. And I never used that thing. I'm fucking retarded. And just to break the fourth wall here, by the way, I'm like totally amping it up for the stream, if you know what I mean. Wait, why are my decks here?
These are the boxes,
What's a box?
and you put. These are the boxes that contain the decks. So, this is a box, and these are the decks. I moved them over here because you left the deck in the Time Traveler's box, but you put the Time
Did
Traveler's
you
box.
see Elon Musk getting
the
trolled
Magic
on
Girls
PoE too?
Yes, I did, Eggy Mayo. I watched Asmongold's video on it. Well, I don't need the boxes, right? I don't.
You don't need the box. The boxes don't do anything. I just moved them over there because.
I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I put the boxes where I put the boxes. We can just put the boxes back wherever they go. Okay, I'm shuffling my deck.
Okay, you get to pick who I am as well.
Pick what?
Who I am. Who I'm playing. I'm letting you pick my deck.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Disco dancers and princesses. Boom, done.
Okay. Let's see what these are about, though.
No, you're not allowed. You're not allowed because I don't know what my deck's about either. We just have to go into it completely blind.
Do you want? Okay, blind.
Blind.
Blind did it. Although you do know what one of your decks is about.
I know like 4 cards. I can't even remember. Like
You've played it like.
I've played it twice. True. I haven't even used every single card because the main card that it said, oh, you need this card, and then you need this card, I've never drawn before. So it's like the main card that makes my deck work, I've just never drawn it.
Do we want to use the core bases or nah?
What's
We
that?
can skip them. Well, actually, no. You're playing. You're playing Time Travelers. So the core ones are the ones that are in the top 8 things there. So it's the main bases.
Oh, you're saying bases? Oh, I have no idea about
Bases,
bases. I don't really care about the bases. I like the different maps, though. The idea of different maps.
Let's just play with the variant maps. It does say not to do this, but I don't think it makes a difference. If it's the same as if we only drew the ones that were more unique. Okay, so we have Fairy Circle. I wonder whose this is. After the first time you play a minion here, each turn you may play an extra minion here or play an extra action.
Damn.
And it's got 26, so that's quite a high one.
So that can only happen
size.
once, right?
Once per turn.
But it says the first time you play a minion. Oh, each turn. I didn't read the end. I'm retarded.
The winner may look at the top 3 cards of his or her deck and return them in any order.
Minions cannot
Ice
be
Castle.
played here?
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, so
What?
you gotta move them there.
Oh, hey, we got something that goes really well with my deck. Oh, boy!
Also, absolutely wreck house with the Canadians, with the Canucks.
The RCMP?
Yeah. That was Mounties, was it?
Mounties, yeah. The Mounties. Oh, that's
Yeah. Anyway, let's draw 5 cards each.
good. Hey, Valiant boy! How's it going, bro? Welcome, welcome. How are you, good sir?
Good.
Yes, Valiant boy, it works. Thank you. You're good. Well, let's get high, brother. Go roll one. I watch a video. I forgot. Well, that's okay, Valiant boy. You're trying, aren't you? That's what matters. Okay, I'll let you go first this time.
Okay.
Oh, and I came up, talked so stressed, he got a toke. True, this is why I don't do competition. This is why I don't do anything that's competitive. Especially if I don't know. Like, even StarCraft. A toke! True, Eggy, true. What I was gonna say is, came up with a new short story idea today. So, it first started out...
Fairy circle proc to get the roller as well.
So you have two minions there.
And I'm gonna, I get the extra minion proc of the fairy circle. You can do the same thing on your turn. Remember? It's the end of my turn though.
I mean, I guess we're just, I'm gonna throw this guy down.
Jumper. Love that movie.
Musk is weird. If I was a billionaire, I'd run a dog sanctuary and own an exotic island of femboys. True, Eggy. That's the goal of the stream, is to be one of those femboys on that island.
Okay, Jumper seems quite good, especially for some of the stuff we got going on here. And you get an extra action or an extra minion. So extra minion at Fairy Circle or an extra action. But the extra action doesn't have to be at Fairy Circle. Or you could just not.
Okay, I'm gonna put this card out. I don't know why I would use its thing, but I'm not using its thing. I'm just putting it there.
You may return another of your minions in play to your hand. You may play it again as an extra minion. So
I'm guessing I can... Wait, actually, no, I'm doing this. No, wait, can I do that? Is that like a movement thing, or can I not do that?
No, you can... So there's playing it. And still playing it. But if you had something that's like, that has an
First
effect
down,
that activates
the guy more
when it
lost than an
enters,
island.
you want to use Dr. Wen to, you know, re-enter the battlefield. So like, think about the zombie lord you had last time. You'd be able to get a second zombie lord thing.
I'm confused.
Remember how last game your zombie lord didn't get any value out of its effect? Because
Yeah.
it was a thing that activates when you play it.
Yeah.
Just like how Dr. Wen's one is a thing that activates when you play it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like I always get fucked out of using their abilities. So the cards are useless.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if you had... So, I don't have any examples. But, you know, if you had a thing that's like... that has text on the card that says... destroy a minion here, right? And so you played it. And you blew up my roller.
Okay, I'll do that.
Dr. Win it. You don't have a thing that says that.
I do.
But,
Choose a card, destroy an action on it, or remove all... Oh, no, never mind. That's not the destroy a card. So that's like if you had something stacked on it.
But I'm saying if you had a minion that when it enters the battlefield has an effect that does that, you know, then you could play it, get the effect, and then Dr. Win it back into your hand so you can play it again.
Wait, what?
And get the effect again.
Wait, what?
Valium
That's
needs
the
you
idea
to pet
behind
him,
it, I
Itox.
Can I retake this back then? That does...
Yeah, you can take it back.
So, okay, you may return but it says return another of your minions, not the Dr. Wen. I'm so confused.
No, but you return another one. So...
Oh, if you have two Dr. Wens.
No,
I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out...
Because it says, you may return another of your minions in play. So in my head, that means, let's say I had Jumper here, right? And I had Dr. Wen here, right?
Take an example.
Well, hold on, just let me finish my example. And I have Dr. Wen here, right? If I play Dr. Wen, I could take this Jumper back to my hand, replay it here as an extra card, and win this bout.
Yeah. You could do that.
Okay.
Also, if you had something like this Wyvern, for example, destroy a minion of power 3 or less, you could use this ability, and then Doctor win it back to your hand. So you play it to activate its ability, and then you get it back into your hand, and you can play as an extra minion to activate its ability again. So you get to destroy 2 minions of power 3 or less. For example.
Oh, okay. I see.
That's the idea behind that card, I think. But it might be a good idea to hold on to Dr. Wynn, because I suspect time travelers have things that benefit,
Well, I guess this
when
one,
you
which
play
doesn't matter, again, because I don't have anything in my discard pile.
Okay.
Alright, we'll call that a turn.
BRB chillin' morning smoking.
Hell yeah, Valium boy! I'm a fucking chocolate bar. That's what I need. Fucking sugar rush up in here, boys.
Okay, I'm going to... see, this thing's at... I'm gonna end my turn. I go 2. Ooh, should I just go score?
Place that guy there. And my turn.
Hold up. I want to score this one right now. That'd be funny. I think I can quite get it. But also be kind of a bad idea because there's only 2 of us. So, you know what? Should I get on the board? I'm gonna play Diva, and my extra minion, I'm gonna play Griselda, and then for my action, I'm gonna choose a base and move all my minions to it, and I'm gonna choose Ice Castle.
Wait, what?
So I got the extra minion proc off of Fairy Circle. And I'm not playing them there, I'm moving them. And that's 15. 5, 5, 3, 2.
Are you seeing this, Eggy? No matter what I do, no matter what I pick, I get fucked over. This is some bullshit. like, and it's literally like everything you have synergizes almost exactly perfectly, like you're fucking cheating or something. If this was a real board game, I would flip the board and I'd be like, you're fucking cheating, this is bullshit.
Anyway,
But I know this is just
so
my
keep
luck
scoring
when I play
phase.
competitive games.
I scored 3 points off of that.
Wait, you just automatically get it too? Oh my fucking god.
It's got a 15 score. I deliberately put 15 on there.
I can't
Ice
win,
Castle
guys.
goes-
I can't fucking win. And I don't even get anything. And the whole thing is like, oh, I could use this Waking Castle to move my things. But,
Forward, that's interesting.
I mean, guys, that was literally what I was going to do next turn because I have 3 minions. Like, you have no idea. He does one move and all 15 of my dominoes topple all at once. And I'm like, well, the game's over. I've already lost. Because it's like, he was literally, you literally did what I was going to do, but your cards could do it better than mine. And I just randomly picked those cards for you. That's how Ardent Jesus hates me. So it's my turn now?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm gonna throw another jumper here, and then another jumper here.
Oh, 2, 3, 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. Not quite at risk yet.
Feels like playing a card game as a kid when your buddy just happens to have the right card somehow and keeps telling you new rules as things happen. True, Higgy, true. Yes. And it's worse because my brother would cheat all the fucking time. So we were playing Clue and he'd literally look at the cards before putting them in the slip and then win on the first try every time. I'm like, asshole. But every game of Monopoly, he'd always get Boardwalk and then he'd get Park Place like the next round. It was always bullshit.
I don't know.
Jules Muffin! Welcome!
To the stream.
Any my turn there, so I'm drawing 2.
Wait, did I draw 2?
I can't remember. It doesn't look like it, because you've got 4 cards.
Yeah, I know, right? Ooh! Hey Muffin, how's it going? You brought someone? Thank you, good sir. Muffin Ray, WolfX Gamer 54, welcome.
Hey.
How's it going, bro?
Hey, Muffin or Wolf, if you guys want to play the next round, which won't be long, you can join. But it is your go at this point.
7-hour stream?
Yo.
Damn, Muffin, that's impressive, bro. Hey, oh, what's up, man? We are playing Smash Up on Tabletop Simulator.
I just made it funny in the chat.
Plato to Diogenes.
Diogenes. You don't get the reference?
Nope.
Ah.
Wolf has a somewhat normal sleep schedule, so he's going to sleep soon. Thought that he said degen at first.
I need to check there.
Mm. Fuck. I think I'm just gonna end my turn. It sucks. My longest stream by an hour? Nice. So worth staying up. Muffin is cracked at Trackmania though. I know, Wolf. It's insane. Yeah, I was hunting a map in another TM game. Oh, nice. It's 3:24 a.m. It is 2:26 for me.
Okay, so that was it. That was your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. We play roller, and then after the first time, is that immediately or is it? Now I have a question because I'm gonna be I'm gonna use the action staying alive to choose one of my minions in play and place a copy of it from my discard pile into my hand and pick the roller.
Top 666. Nice,
But
Muffin.
Actually, you know what? Let's use
Top
my...
70? Hell yeah.
You know, that's
Was
my...
01666?
My extra action there, actually, I'm going to say. So we don't
Nice.
think about the ruling.
That's insane, Muffin.
That goes there.
Congratulations, bro. I told you, man, if you fucking streamed, you would pop off. It's crazy. If you're, like, that good at a game, hell yeah, people want to see that shit. Setting new records all the fucking time.
And now, what's the score of this one at? We should check. 9 plus 6, 15. Okay. That'll end my turn. I gotta draw as well. Ooh. That is such a bad card. Nobody can see this card that I just drew, except for me, but any potential viewers, this is not good. This just doesn't do a whole lot. It's your turn, Itok.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm gonna throw down this, and then I'm gonna use this on this base.
Space cannot score. Destroy at the start of your turn. Okay.
And then I'm gonna place that down as my second minion.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna end my turn.
Peculiar line of play. Should I tell you what you should have done there?
What?
I'm gonna check. 1, 2. I'm gonna check the maths on this. 10 plus.
It should be 24, right?
Actually, what is that right now? 9, 11, plus 7, 18, plus 6, 24, yeah.
Yeah. And then you can't score with it.
Yeah. I mean...
So what should I have done?
No, never mind. I was thinking
Can't
about
stream at the
ways
same
that
time, I
you
need to
could
go to a
use
tournament? You
I was thinking
crazy
you could
starts.
use the Technomagical Lass to score this without me having anyone on it. But it wouldn't quite... You know, you wouldn't have enough points there.
Yeah, that was the whole point. And I'm like, I need
Yeah.
to make sure that I get another minion, right? At least.
But, see, at this point I know you've got the Technomagical Lass there, so I'm incentivized to make sure I've got guys here.
Why?
So that, because if I don't add more people here, then on your next turn, you're going to zap my roller and then push it over the 26. So that you get 4 points and I get 0.
But isn't that what I did? I'm confused.
Well, I mean, you haven't done that yet, but at this point I know you've got this guy, this lass, and so I'm incentivized to not let you pull off that strategy. But if...
Yeah, but that's the only minion I could play.
Yeah.
And it was the only guaranteed way to make sure that I wouldn't be, like, at 25 instead of 26 if I pulled the 2 minions. You see what I mean?
I mean, I don't see what you mean, because okay.
Well, I'm like, okay, this is the thing, is there is a world where I do this strategy and I don't have enough points. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if I didn't play the Technomagical Lass, there is like a 90% chance I'm wasting the status field.
Yeah, but there's a strategical issue where you don't want me to know that you've got the Technomagical Lass because...
Yeah, but it's a weighing against, do I want you to know or do I want to actually get the points? And I'd rather actually get the points.
I'm not stopping you from getting the points.
No, what I'm saying is if I didn't pull 4 points, as in I needed to be able to pull two minions, right? Because if I didn't have any other minions to put down, so if I didn't put down Technical Lass, and I had pulled two minions, I would not have been able to get the 26. Thus, I would not have been able to enact the Technical Lass. So it didn't matter what I did, I could either reveal you the Technical Lass, or have a very high chance that my entire strategy just fails. You see what I mean?
Yeah, but your ideal situation that you want is for you
And I'm gonna let you know, that exact situation happened.
Yeah.
So if
You
I
know,
hadn't
right?
played the Lass, I would have been short 1 point.
It is my turn now, right?
Yes.
What's your turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. That's why, because I already drew, so I know what cards I got.
Okay. Now you can't push me off of this thing. And...
I'm gonna pretend like I know it's... Don't worry, Wolf Gamer, this is the second time I played this game. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know how to play my deck. I don't know anything. And I picked his deck randomly. Because I was like, I'm tired of you baiting me, because you know what you're doing. Because his last deck stole all my cards. Motherfucker. My turn?
Ooh, what is this? Yeah.
Okay. So, this card's destroyed. That means this thing automatically scores. It's at 26, right?
Well, it scores at the end of your action.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't have to put any more cards on here. It'll just automatically score.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's over.
Because it was 24, and then you put down 2, and then the 3 with the Diva. So it's technically at 27.
Yeah,
Or 29, sorry.
it's also worth considering the heirloom. It's +1.
It seems like that was a waste. I'm gonna criticize you now. That seems like that was a waste.
You don't know what I got in my hand.
So you're just purposefully putting it into the discard pile.
Who knows?
Okay, so I'm gonna play this action, and I'm gonna move Technical Lass here.
Okay.
And
Which means it's down to 10.
it should be
18
down to
plus
20
8.
23?
It's at
Or
26.
29. It's at 26?
Yeah, 18 plus 8.
Oh yeah, because then you have that +1. Yeah, so it still scores. Okay. And discard that. And I'm gonna use the Waking Castle to move the Lunar Captain.
Instead of your regular, you may play.
Because I haven't played a
on-
minion yet, right? So I can move.
Yeah.
I can play it as a minion and then move it.
on a base where you have at least 2 minions, and you don't have at least 2 minions.
Oh,
prior to
okay.
Using a special.
I didn't know that.
It's on the card.
I didn't know I had to have 2. I thought it was just 1.
Yeah, it's something. I don't know. We'll see how things go.
You fool, by playing that card, you enable me to play that card that instant wins. You activated my trap card, the instant win! I snuck my phone. I'm back. Nice, Muffin. That's some skillful shit. See, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't play these kinds of games to even, like, understand the level of frickin'... You saw me playing chess, Muffin. You know. More like Ninja Muffin. Guess I lost. You need the card of Lucy to nullify your opponent's moves. Oh.
Excellent. So, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so base scores 26.
Thank you, 13.
However, before it scores, after it's been triggered to score, but before thing scores, I'm going to use Someday My Prince Will Come. Move a minion from there to another base. Now I'm going to target one of my rollers. Also, can you get your guy on the right side of the ISI swinging pad? And my Diva has once each turn, may a standard action directly affect one or more of my other minions.
That message came up before he sneezed on the stream. The chat and the stream being out of sync there. Sorry, so what, Levi?
My Diva gets to come along because of my Diva's ongoing ability. That once each turn, when a standard action directly affects one or more of my other minions here, I may choose this minion to be affected in the same way.
Man, I can't win, guys. I can't fucking win.
And then the fairy circle scoring finishes.
It's not at 26 anymore, is it?
It still finishes. I checked the.
Oh, you checked the rules to see.
Yeah.
How?
I went to the wiki.
No. I mean, like, what is it in the rules that say that, like, what card did you use to move?
Oh. That special before a base scores. And I targeted the roller.
Oh. And then it technically scores, even though it's under points.
Yes.
Okay, I see. After hunting the rest of the maps to extinction, should I go back to streaming a bit of chess?
I checked.
Variety is always good, Muffin. Variety is always good.
I checked to make sure that the reducing it below the threshold doesn't stop it from scoring.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it just.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So now I get 3 points and you get 4 points. So I've still got one person on there. And actually, should I do this? Yeah, you know what? This will upset you. I'm going to use I Will Survive after a base scores. Return one of my minions there to its owner's hand instead of discard pile.
You can use multiple actions that are specials like that?
Yeah, that's special.
Just means you can use it at any point in time. That's what special means?
It means that you can use it when the trigger happens. Which, you know, for the first one...
Even if it's multiple action cards continuously?
Yeah.
Damn, that's... How did I... See, I told you, Levi, if I picked a deck for you, it'd be fucking OP. This is broken.
I'm not actually doing anything that crazy for how this game goes.
I guess I'm just underestimating the scale of how the game is supposed to be played.
Yeah, so... A bit of advice, you don't actually... It's not that important to have that much more power on a base. It's more important to have... It matters that you have the most compared to the other person. But if you both got things there, you know, I get 4 points, I get 3 points, you get 4 points, not that big a deal. But if I get, you know, I guess with these ones it matters a bit more. But, you know, if you've got 20 guys there and I've got one guy there getting me the points, those other guys don't really matter. No, where is the thing on the... I want to check the thing on special
Got
action.
more views on Twitch than Kick for once. Hey, it's true. Look at that, Muffin. We're topping the charts, boys. Valium Boy all lonely over there with all those lurkers. Actually, yesterday we had like nobody on Kick, man. I'm like, is my Kick audience dying because I haven't been actually keeping up with Kick? Because I just haven't had time to, like, go around. Like, I've been paying more attention. YouTube is just sitting. True. I'm like, I mean, we had that one guy come in and talk on YouTube, and I've actually gained 4 subscribers on YouTube over the last week. So, I mean, I guess somewhere in the algorithm, someone's doing something. First time playing this game on stream? No, we streamed this on March 15th. Me and Levi did a collab. That was the last time I played, was March 15th. So a month ago.
Anyway, special cards don't count as your actions.
Okay.
Which makes sense because I'm not playing it on my turn. I'm playing on
I was just like, you just think like where it says action, it would say special instead of action to make it more of a specific card.
And it says it as the first line of the first word in the text box.
Yeah, I know. It's just to me that seems like, oh, but you can only play one action. So it's like even if you triggered it, because that's what's been happening to me is basically like, oh, you triggered it, but you don't actually get the value out of it. But it's like, oh, you trigger it and you get the value out of it. You know what I mean? Like most of the cards are like take something from your discard pile, but the entire beginning of the game I didn't have anything in my discard pile. So every card I put down is fucking useless. And it's like that's just RNG, luck of the draw.
I think discard pile shenanigans matter a bit more when there's more players because the points go up slower.
Yeah.
So you've got more of a discard management.
So maybe like Magical Girls is good with like a 1v1v1v1. If I were to try a shared stream, who should it be with? Who was that guy you rated last time I was on your stream, Cute Muffin? The guy who plays Trackmania. Do you remember who that was? Ninja or Amaranth? Nice, Eggy.
I mean, we got ninjas in this. You could play with us. They're at the top. They're one of the base game ones. I think you would like ninjas, honestly.
Ninjas and Magical Girls? I'm playing Magical Girls. I don't care. It's Magical Girls. It trumps everything. I don't care if it's the worst deck in the game. I'll still play it. Because it's fucking Magical Girls.
I can't remember your answer to whether you drawn your cards for turn. Is it a yes or a no?
Sorry, what?
Have you drawn your cards for turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Shattered Silence, that was yesterday. No, Muffin, this was like 4 days ago? 4 or 5 days ago? I don't remember.
Play last down.
But yeah, someone else who does Trackmania that you raid. Anyone. You know, talk to them in their stream. See, like, hey, do you want to do like a collab with Stream Together?
Bing, bing, bing.
Sorry, what?
You got a choice to make. Each player may destroy a minion in their control. For each minion actually destroyed, that its controller gains 1 victory point.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm keeping this
piss you off
bitch.
what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna go yes, and I'm gonna target my roller. But then I'm gonna say, hey Diva, with standard action directly affects one or more of my other minions, I may choose to have this minion be affected in the same way. So
but it doesn't go to the discard pile?
So both of them are destroyed.
Oh, okay.
And I get 2 victory points.
This is garbage.
And that is gonna piss you off.
This is garbage. This game is garbage. I can't even pick properly. My own actions are against me. Bacon?
Man.
I'm not sure, Muffin. I'm terrible with names.
We forgot to switch over the base.
Oh.
Still got the old one.
Right.
After you play a minion here, your other minions here gain +1 power until the end of turn. What terrible art. They look so freaky. Akihabara. Akihabara. Where do I recognize? There's something that I've watched that said in Akihabara. What is it?
No idea.
Akihabara. Oh, no, I know it. It's Steins Gate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Steins Gate's in Akihabara.
Right. Oh, the city!
Where is
the city!
Steins
Yeah.
Akihabara District of Tokyo.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Japanese pronunciations,
Oh god, here we
we need to
go.
get into their tangent. Yeah, so it's to, not to. I mean, for Tokyo, it's Tokyo because it's Toukyo.
Okay, say it again.
Oh. So,
Oh.
okay, so I'm going to use the example of Kyoto. So it's Kyo, because it's Kyou for the first part, but then the second part is to. Kyoto.
Kyoto.
Kyoto. And
Did-
then, like, you know...
Did I do it right? That's the question. Because in my head,
It's hard to tell.
I am
Okay,
saying it exactly the same way you are.
Say the word boku.
Boku.
Yeah, that's good. Sore.
Sore.
Say, ore no kokoro.
Ore no kokoro.
Okay, the first, you said kokoro there, which is a bit off. Because it's
The only Japanese I speak is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Damn it, Eggy, you're not allowed to say that! Oh my god.
I'm gonna put... I'm gonna put roller here. Actually, no, I already passed it. I'm gonna put roller here.
See, I'm just gonna chalk this up to accent. Because to me, like, the O with the U is O.
The OU is O.
Yeah.
It's, you know, O.
And then, so there's like O, and then there's O. So there's O, and then O. One is a long O, and one is a short O. Like, 2 and 2.
Because
Like, that's how I've always thought about it, is it's like 2 and 2.
Because there's also O, because there's O, but there's O. And those are different. Like,
Yeah, O,
Okina.
O, and O.
You know, like,
One
take
has
the word
one enunciation, one has 2 enunciations. It's O
no, but there's
versus O.
there's O, which like in Oki, but there's also like in Tokyo, it's O. So it's O versus, you know, it's O, you know, two moras of O versus O, which, you know, becomes diphthongized to O. And by diphthongized, that's the process by which the two vowel sounds sort of merge.
Yeah, and that's like the idea, same with like how you don't pronounce, or like U's are not heavily enunciated.
Yeah, they're a bit reduced. Anyway, that's my turn. I'm going to draw 2. Ooh, what the hell? Why do I keep getting the good
Senpai
guys?
has exotic Canadian accent, ooh. Because I'm like, the only difference between O and OU that I was taught in school is the length of the O. The U is not pronounced, it is just the extension, because that's how grammar works in Japanese.
The U is pronounced, but it's quite subtle. Because there are words where it's O, like toku, like, you know, if something's fast. There's repeated O, and there's OU, and they're different sounds, but it's quite subtle.
Like for instance, those to me are like the smaller tsus that create the extra consonant, but the U is to create an extra vowel.
Well, so
like how you have words that have double consonants because you have the small tsu between it in order to double the like SS or F like NN or MM or BB. I got some words to teach the Japanese fat man and little boy.
So there
Pick it
are,
over
there
between
are
1 and
words in
10.
Japanese
13.
Where there's the to followed by an o, and there are words where it's to followed by an u, and the vowel is colored slightly different, but it's not that big a deal. But then there's also, if you pronounce your like the word kokoro, if you say kokoro, that's wrong. Or
I see. I don't say those again.
kokoro. Kokoro.
See, I don't hear a difference. Those sound exactly the same in my head.
Kokoro. That sounds the same as kokoro.
Yeah, like you say you're saying different words, but to me you're not.
I do not understand you. Anyway.
Like, I guess I just can't differentiate. Moshi Moshi? Moshi Moshi!
See, there you said moshi moshi, but it's moshi moshi.
See, that's an accent, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's just my accent.
It's an accent, but it's
because when I hear yours,
not
all I hear is the accent.
Cool.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, when you say, oh, I hear your accent to, oh.
I mean, you kind of got it right there. You did an O for me and an O for you. I can't quite do the O.
No, see, I don't understand because I did to me, I tried to do the exact same thing.
I heard difference there.
Then that's just, maybe you have way better hearing than I do, or like differentiation, because like, in my head, like.
Okay, here's something.
Isn't the average age of Japan like 85? Why are you trying to learn it? Are you gilf hunting? Kawaii ancient senpai.
I'm gonna write two words. And I want you to say these words.
Caught.
Okay. Yeah. So you have the merger. There's a thing called the hot court merger.
Is it like my list?
No. This is the American way of pronouncing these two words. So I say cot and court, but you say cot and cot.
See, but I'm also Canadian, so in Canada, because of French and English, those are the French accent and the English accent of that word.
Those are both the American accent of that word that you've done.
But no, what I'm saying, to me, like, as a Canadian, living in Canada, when a French person or a French Canadian says, like, it's like, caught, whereas it's caught. Right? So it's like,
yeah.
To me, it's like color and color.
Yeah,
Color
so
is the French accent, whereas color is the Canadian accent.
Yeah, so you do have well, Canadian accent as in an American accent in this case, because it's it's.
Yeah, but I'm just saying from my reference as a Canadian, like, I hear these and I think of, that's the French-Canadian accent.
Yeah, we don't...
Because that's how French-Canadians pronounce caught, as opposed to caught.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're using the cot form when the court form is the correct Japanese one, but it's sort of a difficult thing to correct if you don't have the court vowel in your language.
Yeah, that's like one of the biggest problems with like pronunciations and stuff like that, is like if you have like an English accent as in like a British accent, it's a lot easier to pronounce those, because although then there's like, how do you pronounce R?
Okay, so I have a distinct advantage for speaking Japanese, because I live in New Zealand and Maori people, they do the tapped R. They also have the same 5 vowels as Japanese.
I-U-L-O?
Yeah.
As like,
yeah, but
they don't have consonants on their own, like Scott, for instance, where the S and the C are beside each other without a vowel between them, whereas you could have multiple vowels in sequence.
It's the same, R-E-U-E-O.
Rarirurero?
Again, you're doing it. The American accent is... It's a thing I'm always going to notice when you speak Japanese, unless you change that. But it's quite a difficult thing to change.
Yeah, like that's not a, like that's something you have to like pick up from hearing the language consistently and speaking the language consistently, right?
Yeah. Anyway, it is your turn. If you want to do anything. Interesting. I don't care that much about piling things onto that one. Because I kind of want to get second place there.
Why?
3 points. And it's not like you do anything productive on your turns, so I don't care if you get an extra one.
I'm learning French so I can refuse to speak it instead of just not knowing how. Well, I mean, everyone's expected to have an accent when they're speaking another language. That's just common sense.
Oh, hey, after I play an action, I place on the bottom of my...
And it's like some people's accents mesh better with different
I should've
languages
used that.
too.
So is that if your turn? Or you've still got an action to play? But look, it's a 2-3-1, so second place gets 3 points. And the winner takes an extra turn. And I'd rather get 3 points than take an extra turn, because it's a two-player game, and I think it makes a bigger
Alright,
difference.
I'm gonna
there.
use this guy.
You've already used the minion action.
Oh, I thought he was in
Because,
action. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you're done your minion for the turn, so...
Okay.
Place a minion from your discard pile into your hand. You may play an extra action this turn.
Dutch are weird. Their English can be completely neutral accent. I wonder how Italian accent sounds like. True.
That seems like a funny play.
Alright, I guess I have to end my turn then.
Okay.
Ah.
I'm gonna play Apricot with a talent. Destroy another minion of power 2 or less here. So it has to be on this area. And I'm gonna attach an heirloom to them. And I'll get my turn. Ooh! Why do I keep getting all of my, all of the best cards?
I told you, RNG. The world will find a way to fuck me over. Just like I bet you're gonna do when I try to play this fucking card. And you're like, oh no, 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 hold on, wait. You can't do that. What do you mean, 13? I wonder how Italian accent sounds like. I think he means in Japanese, like in another language. Like what an Italian accent sounds like in another language other than English or Italian. That would be my surmise. Like if an Italian accent spoke Japanese.
That seems good.
Oh, if you want to know how an Italian speaks English,
I mean...
just talk to someone who's Italian.
Yeah, I've heard Italian.
I've heard Italian before. You've never heard Italian, 13? Like, I'm trying to think, like, who's an Italian... I'm straight up going to Grok for this one. Who's an Italian actor with an extremely prominent Italian accent?
You could just watch The Godfather. Although that's like a New York Italian accent, it's not quite right. But I don't know how it sounds to an English speaker. Effeminate. I mean, not The Godfather specifically, but like normal people. I think it makes him sound a bit more effeminate. Like if it was like...
Here we go.
I wouldn't say it's unsexy on men, I'm just not gay. But I could see the appeal of an Italian accent on a man, but it makes him seem a bit soft.
Now the only question is he using his actual accent, or is he using like an Americanized accent?
Yeah.
Yes, you were upstairs.
Yeah.
You would testify to that?
Anyway,
Yeah.
I
it
would
is
take a
yoga.
bullet for you.
Still.
You know that. Right between the eyes.
So
I
it's
would
pop down the
slit
air.
my throat rather than say something to someone that you didn't want
This,
me to
wait,
say.
That's not necessary.
ongoing, this
Yeah, but that
card
is
gives this
comforting.
That's
minion
how I
plus
am.
1 power
That's
for
how
each
I roll.
heirloom on it.
It's how I do.
So is it...
But I don't know if that's
This
his
square?
an American accent like Hugh Laurie, or if that's his actual voice.
Is this square?
But Stanley Tucci would be, according to Grok, one of the best examples of an Italian-American accent. Sorry,
Okay.
what, Levi?
The heirlooms, I've noticed, so they give +1 for each heirloom on it. So you get the square of however many heirlooms you've got on a creature. Because each one gives the bonus for each heirloom. So with 1, each is giving 1, and with 2, each is giving 2. And with 3, you know, it's a full 9 bonus. But that does require having all 3 of them on one creature.
Wait, I'm confused. This card gives this minion +1 power for each heirloom. How would you get +9?
If you have 3 of them, then each heirloom is giving +3, because each of them giving +1 for each heirloom.
It just says +1 power for each heirloom.
Yes, this card, the heirloom, gives this minion +1 for each heirloom. So if you have 3 heirlooms on it, then this card gives this minion +3. And so
That doesn't sound right. That sounds like a fucking scam.
I have checked the wiki.
How the fuck did I pick the best fucking cards for you? Like,
I'm not
what the
sure if you
fuck
got it.
is this? That's so obviously broken
Is it?
and
Okay,
stupid.
I gotta get 3 specific cards on one creature, and it gets me the scoring of 1 spot, realistically. Like, yeah, if I pull this off, I win the base, but that's like,
But that's like,
3 cards.
oh, you have to put 3 cards down. Like, every single one of my strategies requires like 11 different cards.
Yeah,
And it's like, yours is like, oh, I just need 3 cards. So if you played that deck with zombies and you could pull that out of your deck, you could just instantly have all 3 of them.
that would be a lot of work.
What do you mean that'd be a lot of
Yeah.
work?
You'd have to, you need specific cards to...
Well, no, because you can pull all of the same. It's the mall crawl. You can pull all of the same card from your deck.
Yeah, and
So
your
if you-
discard pile, you need a...
No. From your deck, not your discard pile. Your
Yeah,
deck.
from your deck to your discard pile, right?
and then you can pull from your discard pile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I do? Oh, I just. Okay.
But it's essentially, yes, you
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah, but that's a fair bit of setup to win.
That's the 3 steps. I'm like, okay, I put down this thing to delete one of your guys. I put down this, then 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 I put down this, and then I finally put down that. That's 7 steps to do a basic thing. And you're like, oh, 3 steps is too many. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean 3 steps is too many? That's bullshit.
It's like 5 actions for a difference of 2 points.
But you basically instantly win if you just draw that card. You're just like, oh, okay, I win. Here you go. Boom. Easy. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I win in 5 turns when I get everything from my deck into the graveyard, from my graveyard into my hand, then onto the field.
Well, I mean, like, I played zombies once, and I got 4 of those cards without even pulling them out of my discard. Both of them. And
Yeah,
you
I'm
took
seeing
them
the
from
things
me
that-
twice! You
Seeing those
even
things
using the
through the
Vikings,
graveyard
you still
isn't
managed to steal that shit. So it's like, I don't understand how you're like, oh, that's too many steps. It's
a
too
lot of
much
steps,
work. It's a
right?
lot of steps. But what I'm trying to say is that even my most basic strategy requires 5 steps.
Yeah, I
But a
think
strategy
those
that
aren't very
automatically makes you win in 5 steps is too many steps for you.
good. Well, no, the reward is winning a base, not winning the game.
Yeah, I know, but it's you're winning a base in 5 steps versus setting up the first step of 5 steps with 3 turns.
Yeah, you need to not be playing Magical Girls next round if we play.
I'm playing Magical Girls. I don't care, or I'm not playing Smash Up. I have to play. It's a thing. I have to play Magical Girls if there's Magical Girls.
Yeah.
It's a calling.
Great.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay.
On my turn, I put down the apricot and an ale.
Okay, so I'm doing this, and then you're gonna tell me that I can't do it.
Choose a card, destroy an action on it, or remove all counters on it. I am going to tell you can't do that, I'm pretty sure. Because this card cannot be destroyed. It's at the bottom of the card.
But it can be discarded. That's not
Destroy
destroying
an
it.
action on it. This is an action on the card. It says destroy an
Or
action.
remove all
And this-
counters.
It doesn't have any counters on it.
I don't know what a counter is.
It's it's +1. These things.
Oh. See,
I'm
and like I
sorry,
said,
I
even the
am
deck that I
counter.
choose, I can't. This is my main card, and I can't even use it against you. It's like how fucking broken is this? It's fucking stupid.
Hmm. That wasn't it. So, I mean, that's the card. Ooh. Place an action from your discard pile on top of your deck. Nice. On top of your deck.
Oh.
You can leave it face up if you want. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Actually, I mean, I know what the card is because I get to see you move it from your discard pile.
Yeah.
I can look at your discard pile before it resolves and then after it resolves and know what it is.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. That's a pretty good card to have. Okay, well, this is at oh, big number. I'm going to... Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to play a direct-to-DVD sequel. I shuffle a minion from my discard pile into my deck and then draw a card. I'm going to choose...
How is Princesses so fucking strong?
What do you mean? It's sending something into my deck where I can't actually play it. But I'm going to choose Griselda, who has a talent to retrieve heirlooms from my discard pile.
But I'm like, okay, Levi, what I'm saying is, the card that I played, right, did the exact same thing that your card does, except your card does it better because you get to draw a card.
They won't put it on the top of the deck where you can get it immediately. I mean, on your, on your next turn, but...
Wait, it says put it into your deck and then draw a card.
Yeah, but your one put it on top of your deck, so you know that you're getting that card next turn, which can be more beneficial.
But it doesn't say where in your deck to put it.
But
It just says put it in your deck.
It says shuffle a minion from your discard pile into your deck, which means it's random.
Shuffle a what?
Shuffle a minion from my discard pile into my deck. So also it's not, it's a minion instead of a, but that's not very important. And then I get to draw a
I'm
card.
so confused. What does it mean by shuffle a minion from your discard pile?
I chose a minion from my discard pile, and I shuffled it into my deck. So I put it in my deck, and I shuffled.
Because to me, that sounds like you shuffle your discard pile, pull a minion from it, and then put it in your deck. Shouldn't it say take a minion from your discard pile and shuffle it into your deck? Should that not be the wording?
This wording's fine. If you shuffle something into your deck, that means that it's in your...
But it's saying from your discard pile, not into your deck. It doesn't say shuffle a minion into your deck from your discard pile.
I'm not sure what kind of legal shenanigans you're trying to pull here.
I'm just saying, like, when I read that, I instinctively think shuffle your discard pile. Why would you shuffle? If you shuffled your discard pile, how would you know what minion you were pulling from it? So to me, it means it says that you have to shuffle a minion from your discard pile, which means you don't get to pick the minion. You shuffle your discard pile, and then you pull until you get a minion, and when you get a minion, then you put that into your deck.
The object receiving the shuffling is a minion from your discard pile, and where it's being shuffled into is your deck. So the recipient of the...
That's not how I read it, man.
I think that doesn't... It's a very bizarre thing to not be able to understand, so I'm not sure what to make of it.
I don't know, chat, what do you guys think? Am I weird for thinking that the shuffling is connected to the discard pile, not disconnected to your deck in this sentence structure? Because, like, when I look at that card, I'm saying, like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I just feel like shuffle is in the wrong place. Well, I'm like, just like, shuffle a minion from your discard pile. How do you shuffle a minion from your discard pile?
Shuffle a minion from your discard pile into your deck. So you're shuffling something into your deck. Right? Shuffle...
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I understand, but that's not intuitively what the sentence says to me.
If it said, like, shuffle a card from your hand into your deck and then draw a card.
Do an Idok shuffle.
You'd understand that, surely, right?
No. What? Wait, what?
Huh? If it said instead shuffle a card from your hand...
Yeah, and I'd be like, well, like, so you shuffle your hand, then you take a card and you put it in your in your deck. So you wouldn't even know. So you'd have to, like, shuffle the minions separately from your action cards. And then draw one.
Shuffle into your deck is the thing that's happening. It's a shuffle X into your deck. You know how to shuffle something into a deck, right?
But, okay, this is what I'm saying, Levi, is I've never heard someone phrase it that way. Shuffle a card into a deck. No. You shuffle the deck itself.
I've definitely heard shuffle into deck.
Okay, that's just that.
They did not.
That might just be a Canadian thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because, like, to me, it should say take a minion from your discard pile and shuffle it into your deck.
I would also accept that wording, but I don't think it's. I see if there's any like clarifying text here, but you know, I don't think there's anything contentious. So the wording reads just fine to me.
What's the game? What's the goal? The goal is to get victory points. Basically, you have to. Each card has a certain amount of points on it, and you build up to the number in the top left that says 21 or whatever, and then you get those amount of victory points in first, second, and third place, and you stack your victory points up to get a certain number. In this case, we're going to 15. But can someone in chat like help me with this and be like, do you either A, agree that it's a weird wording, or B, it's a normal wording? Like, I don't care what the answer is. I'm just wondering, like, is this a Canadian thing? Like, is this a language barrier thing? Like...
It might just be that you don't play a lot of card games.
Oh, I don't. It's a weird wording. Okay. So... I'm just saying, like, I've never heard that. Like, I don't play cards. I don't know anything about cards. I don't gamble. I don't play poker. I don't even know how to do the bridge in shuffling. So it's like, the concept to me just is, you know, maybe that's the language that's used, but I've never heard it used that way in the limited aspect that I've been around cards in my life.
Yeah, I've checked, and Magic the Gathering uses the same sort of wording.
Okay.
Post in the general chat an example.
Do you play Uno?
Says,
God, I haven't played Uno.
Shuffles their graveyard into their library.
You shuffle your graveyard
into your library.
into your library.
And library means deck, graveyard means discard pile. Magic.
Yeah,
In
I'm
this
like,
case, it
wait,
would be
you want
the
me to
entire
what?
graveyard.
You want me to... Wait, what am I shuffling? Because, like, when I hear that, I don't know what I'm shuffling. Because I'm like, the thing that you're asking me to shuffle isn't, like, shuffleable.
Shuffle set of cards A into set of cards B means that they become shuffled together.
Wording, Eggy. It says,
Wording.
shuffle a minion from your discard pile into your deck. So to me, that means shuffle a minion from your discard pile. So you shuffle the discard pile, you pick a minion, and then you put it into your deck.
Which is an insane reading.
And that's why I'm trying to see if anyone else thinks that or if I'm fucking crazy. That's what we're trying to figure out, Eggy. I'm just saying I've never heard shuffle used in that sentence structure. So it was just very confusing to me. Because I understand now what it's trying to say, but when I intuitively look at that sentence, it seems off to me. It seems like bad English.
Let's see what Magic Mallet says. Okay, so Magic Mallet, Yu-Gi-Oh card. Shuffle any number of cards from your hand into the deck.
I read that as put a minion from the discard into your deck, shuffle it, then pick up a card.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So it's either select a card or pick a random card.
Yeah, and since it doesn't say a random minion, so if it said shuffle a random minion from your discard pile, then it would mean to shuffle take out the minions from your deck as a pile, shuffle that, pick one, put it there, and then shuffle your deck, and then draw one, which would be a whole process.
I'm fucking crazy. I don't know. That's just how I see it.
But
That's just how my
anyway,
brain
Yu-Gi-Oh!
reads it.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Uses the same rules text. But shuffle A into B. Anyway, for my thing, I'm gonna do this. Marie de Gros. Talent. Reveal the top card of my deck. If it is a minion, draw it. Otherwise, place it on the bottom of my deck. I'm gonna use
See,
the talent.
what pisses me off the most is you're doing the exact same stuff with, like, moving stuff from your deck into your discard pile, or moving from your discard pile into your deck, or, like, moving from the top of your deck to the bottom of your deck. But, like, it doesn't require a second-hand effect. Whereas, like, all of my cards do. Or the effect that I'm trying to do, both players do. So I'm, like, fucking myself.
Anyway, the revealed card is Disco Lou. Where I get to play an extra action or place an action from my discard pile on top of my deck.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I have this one called Gigawatts. It says, shuffle all actions or all minions from your discard pile into your deck.
Yep.
So I take
choose one of the
all
options.
of my actions or all of my minions, I shuffle those, and then I take one of them to put into my deck.
No. No, you choose either all minions or all actions. You put them into your deck and you shuffle. So it's either all minions are getting shuffled into your deck or all actions are getting shuffled into your deck.
From your discard pile.
Yes, from your discard pile.
I don't know why, but that just intuitively does not hit with me. And that pisses me off, because I'm like, if that's how English language is structured and I'm a writer and I can't read that, then what the fuck is wrong with me?
But, I mean, it's a specific usage of the word shuffle that you just don't know. Where shuffle refers to both the act of shuffling and the act of shuffle into refers to, adding it.
Yeah, like I said, I've never heard someone say shuffle into, so I think that's where I'm just, like, going wrong. I just don't have that language structure, right? I'm actually telling my friends to follow you for the sub goal. Valium Boy, thank you, good sir. That's a good thing. I feel I've read similar Yu-Gi-Oh! Scotty's face this whole time.
Anyway, so this was Disco Lou.
True.
Which I revealed from Marie de Gros, and since it is a minion,
You can play it. Or draw it, yeah.
Draw it. And that will...
Can you not play a game where Levi doesn't have a big advantage of pre-knowledge? No, I can't, because I don't... No matter what game on Tabletop Simulator, I bet you Levi's played it more than I have. And knows more about it than I do. Because I just don't play board games, really.
I have played this twice in person, and then, since then, only with you.
But you had knowledge of what the game is.
Yeah, I mean, I chose the game because I know it's fun, but I'm not like, I have played, like, 2 of the base sets, and then pretty much nothing else, and I haven't been picking any base sets, so I've been playing entirely stuff I don't know. I did have the advantage of having looked at the Mounties the other, last time we played, because I thought they were funny.
I mean, to be fair, I asked Grok what I should play with Magical Girls. And all the videos I found were Magical Girl Russian.
That might be the play. I don't know what Russians do, but...
Neither do I. And I never got a chance to actually watch the video to see how to play it.
But it is your turn. Minion with power less than or equal to the number of minions here, and move it to or from here. Okay. The number of your minions specifically. So it doesn't include my guy.
Can I choose this minion?
Yeah, you could choose. You could target itself. It doesn't say another minion, so it can target itself. Or it can choose itself. The game doesn't use the text target, but that's a match it together.
So I can grab this rainbow girl and bring her over.
Choose a minion with power less than or equal to the... Yeah, so it can be any minion. It can be one of mine, as long as... Yeah.
So, and then I can play this. No, never mind. I don't have one. Wait.
That's it.
Yeah, okay, we don't need that. End my turn.
Okay. Let's see, that's 6. Oh no, should I do it? Wait, actually, wait, no. Gain power, +1 power till the end of turn.
Watch him
so-
fuck me over even though I got
Oh, no,
this
that
card,
was a move.
guys.
That was a move. So
Watch him somehow completely counter this.
Yeah, Can I mess you up here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I play Dancing King, which is a 5 power. And then I'm going to cast move a minion to another base. I'm not going to use the ongoing effect of this guy. I just care that he's a 5 power.
Talk when Levi plays the trip card, flip reverse switch.
And I'm going to move your Power Maid.
True, Eggy. True.
So I'm targeting your Power Maid and moving it to the ballroom. And then... we're going to scoring phase, where this thing has 21, 11 of which is from me, and 10 of which is from you.
Fuck!
So you get 2 points, and I get 4 points.
Guys, this is a fucking scam.
See, you only need 1 more power than the opponent, and so, you know, I'm not overcommitting to a position that... Yeah, so you playing on this thing was smart. Your moving Rainbow Girl here was like a sensible move. But, yeah. I happen to be able to beef up my side just enough.
Usually these... no idea what's happening, but it's hilarious. Usually these streams are talks vibing while we wait for Levi to finish winning.
So you added your 2 points?
Yes. What, my 6 points aren't good enough for you? And you guys, you know what's funny? Is he actually countered the card that I just got. That I was going to play on my turn. Like I said, he was going to counter.
And then, wait, on ASI Swing Pad, the winner may look at the top 3 cards of his or her deck and return them in any order.
Like...
So I get to do that.
Like, look at what it does! Wait, I can use this. Wait, no, I can still use this. Fuck this, I can still use
What's
this. Give me my shit back, bitch.
Play after a base scores. So it's after the base is scored.
Yes!
Shuffle your minions there into your deck instead of... Okay, so...
So, where is it? I
Here's
take
the-
Rainbow Girl, the Reaper, and this chick. All back into my deck.
Okay.
Yes! Okay, I can still use it. Oh my god, okay.
Okay.
Woo! Saved, guys. He didn't completely
I get-
counter us.
I
He
get to look at these top 3
activated
cards,
it
and I get
for
to-
us. We get all our cards back. Sounds like my dating history. True, Eggy Mayo. What dating history? I left my phone on to lurk and now it's hot. Ooh, did you leave it on top of a fabric surface? Muffin? I always tilt my phone on an angle. So it's never like either facing straight down, flat. So it can't get hot.
Okay. anyway, wormhole goes to your wormhole goes to your discard pile.
Dun dun dun.
I need to draw two because that's the thingy phase. And we've got a new thing here. Q point. Before this base scores, each player destroys all of their minions and actions on this base, but one card total. So you get to keep one card, either minion or action, on the base after it scores, and then before it scores.
Okay, again, this wording is so fucked. Before this base scores, each player destroys all of their minions and actions on this base. Full stop. Hold on. Full stop.
No full stop there.
No, just wait. So that means what I don't understand is they're already going to the discard pile, so what's the point in that sentence?
It's before it scores. So, before you check who's got the most power on the point, you destroy all of them except for one.
So like, okay, you have 26 on the point, on the base, right? And now you have 7 on the base.
Yeah, and it still scores because...
No, it says it before it scores. So this is what I don't understand, is what is the point of this sentence is because to me this means when you hit the scoring point, it resets this map. That's what that sentence says to me.
But it still scores, but this just happens before
No, because but then
happens.
Levi, then what's the point in even having the card? Because here's the logic. Before it scores, you remove your cards and you put them in the discard pile except for one, right?
Yeah.
So now both of you only have one on it.
Yes.
So who gets first, who gets second?
Whoever's thing has the most power, presumably. So if I've got a 5 with if I have the three heirloom situation going on there.
I just swear this is just bad English.
Actually, those wouldn't count because I cyber one. The but one card total is a weird way of saying destroys all of their minions and actions aside from one.
Yeah, but then what I'm saying is then it scores, right?
And then it scores, yes. And
then all your cards disappear. So what was the point in the beforehand?
But it tells you who wins. Say you've got like 10 2 creatures, and I've got 1 5 creature. So we're at 25. But I choose to keep my 5 creature, and you have to keep one of your 2 creatures.
But it doesn't say anything. That's the other thing, is there's no clause in it that would infer how you structure who wins after that fact. What I take out of it is, no, now both of you only have one minion, and now it doesn't score. So now it's back from 26 points to 7 points, let's say. And that's what I'm trying to say, is like, when I look at this sentence, that's what my brain tells me.
Okay, well, I'm going to clarify that before it scores means that it's during the scoring process, after it's decided it's going to score, but before the scoring happens.
Maybe 13. I have no idea. It just pisses me off that I consider myself a writer, but I don't know the English language.
So the before this thing scores bit wording is a bit funky, but so you check if they score, and then before they score, right? Because you don't know it's going to score until you know it's going to score.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, so like, why wouldn't it say at the beginning of each turn? Like, just the wording to me seems so ridiculously out of place that you could say it way better in less words and just say, remove all cards but... And there would be no reason for you to choose. You could just say remove all cards but your highest value.
You might want to keep an action on there, though. Because there are some actions. So, like, remember the dragons had a thing that made it so that the other players get 1 less point? If everyone else was higher in points on that, say we're doing a 4-player, I had a 2, and the action that makes everyone get less points, and everyone else was, like, way up there in numbers.
But that wouldn't affect anything if, let's say, both of us have a 5 on there. Do we both get 5 points?
Yes, actually. In the case of a draw, both players get the whatever the highest of them is. You know, so if there was one person having the highest, you know, if there were 2 5s and a 3, the 2 5s would get the 5 points, and the 3 would get the 3 points.
Cards in this game reminds me of the missile meme. Missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is, whichever is greater, it obtains the difference, or deviation. The guidance subsystem uses deviations to generate corrective commands to drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't, and arriving at a position where it wasn't, it is now. Yeah. Like trajectory tracking, right? I'm just telling you right now, the only thing I've learned from this is I don't like fucking card games. That's how these cards feel. I just feel like no matter what I do, I just get countered.
We could call this game here, because I am going to win. There's no path back at this point.
Well, what if
You don't have a whole lot of things to give you free victory points.
Well, is there one that gives you 6? Because if I win this Akihabara one and no one touches these ones, then you have 14 and I have 9, then I get 6. And you get 0, and then what happens if you get 6 and you get 2? Then we draw, because then we both hit 15 at the same time. Unless there's no capability of getting a one that has 6 on it.
I don't think any of them do. But also, you're arguing you're going to get 9 points faster than I get 3 points.
No. I'm saying there's a possibility. Like, the possibility exists.
Yeah, I could theoretically misplay
Theoretically, you could walk away and just, like, keep drawing and never play your turn and let me win.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
I'm not going to do that.
Fuck.
Yeah, if I kept skipping my turns and you kept piling in on the middle one specifically.
No, because if I do this middle one, then you would get the 4 points and then you would win.
No, if I don't have anything on it, I don't get 4 points. So I'm not coming second, I'm just not coming at all. Story of my life. But yeah, so if I have no creatures on here, I don't come second. I just don't score at all.
Okay.
Remember, like with the ice castle earlier?
Nope.
Because I scored this and you had nothing on it because of the minions count.
The only way to win is to not play. Fuck.
The only way to lose is to not play for me.
Well, GG. And it's like every time I try to use this fucking Titan, I've played 3 times now and I have not been able to use this Titan once.
Minions here cannot be destroyed by other players.
Yeah. It's like, that's OP as fuck! But I just, every time I go to use it, oh, you don't have 2 minions there.
Right, that's the condition. It's also a thing that you've always got access to, so it's tempered a bit by that. There is a big issue of if you have lots of creatures on a thing, it's less tempting to destroy them. Just because you're gonna win that space anyway. I'm better off going for second place. I'm better off like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take second on that, I'm gonna put my resources elsewhere. Make sure I win the other 2. Anyway, do you wanna do another game or do you wanna go do something else?
No, I think I'm done. I gotta work early.
Okay.
But it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I'm like trolling as fuck. I don't actually give a fuck. I just think it's entertaining to like dial it up, right?
I am worried that you're not having fun because...
No, I'm absolutely having fun. If I wasn't having fun, I would not use magical girls.
That is a fair point.
So maybe, you know what? Maybe. But it's like, I'd have to play like 6 or 7 times, actually know what the deck is like, look and play the deck, get the synergy for the deck, and be like, fuck, I'm playing Terran, not Zerg. Fuck.
See, the winning strategy would be like, hey, you play magic.
I'm having so much fun. Same, Aggie. If I wasn't having, like, I only do shit that I want to do. If I didn't want to do this, I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm fucking done with this shit. But I think it's entertaining watching someone else mauled out over, like, the stupidest shit. Where it's like, no, I had a plan and you countered my plan. It's like, that's how you play the game, bro. No, that's not fair. That's bullshit.
See, what's going to be really funny is we're going to get a third person to play, and the other person's also going to be doing much better than you are.
It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, my problem is because, like, when it comes to strategy, right? I play RTS. And
Yes.
fast decision-making is, it's like playing 5-second turn chess. It's like, I'm not putting as much thought into the individual turns themselves as I am the overall picture. And as soon as that overall picture gets messed up, it completely throws me off, because I'm not good enough to have like 8 different backups. I have like 2 different backups, and those are usually derivatives of the original plan, which if the original plan gets fucked, usually the branches also get fucked on it. Which is a terrible backup, but again, I'm bad. What can I say? But I mean, I think it's a really cool game. I like the idea of it. I just need to get better at, like, understanding the meta of where to go, why to go, what to go, and just, like, not being like, oh, well, this one doesn't work without that one, and that one doesn't work without that one, and that one doesn't work out with that one, and then not place any units. Because I think that's probably one of the biggest thing. Chat, what's the meta?
Conditional utility.
Yeah. But you have to ignore that at the very beginning. Same with the discard stuff. It's like obviously
okay,
that's not going to work at the beginning of the game because you don't have anything in your discard pile, right?
Like, look, these 3 cards, hell yeah, each of them's pretty good. Play 2 extra actions, hell yeah. That's, like, really great in the late game when your hand's full
See,
action.
and then I have, like, this. And where's the other one?
Very situational. Like, okay, you could use
This
it to get
one.
extra Disco Lou.
This one, too. And this one. These 3 cards. Like, look at those 3 cards.
Place a card from your discard pile on the... That's good. Time Raider is not a good card. And then return a minion from a base to your hand. You may play it again as an extra minion.
So what's the difference between these 2? One's an action, one's a minion.
Yeah, that's the key difference.
But
and,
they're...
the big number 5 is a big difference.
Yeah.
Actually, that's it. That's really it.
And then this one, which destroys your shit, but doesn't when your shit is undestroyable. Because that was the main one they were talking about.
That one was a funny... I hated having to tell you it.
Yeah, I knew it said you can't destroy it, and I'm like, this is bullshit. This isn't gonna work. This is gonna be funny. This is gonna be great. Or this one's pretty good, too. The place a minion from discard pile in your hand, you may play an extra action this turn. So it's like you just get a free minion if you don't have, like, a minion.
I tried playing some stuff that's got things for you to destroy. I imagine Steampunk would be like that. Let's see.
And then, like, if I have an area and then you try to counter me, like you said, then I have, like, this one where it's, like, the number of minions here until the start of your next turn. So I can reduce minions' power. As well as...
Steampunks are kind of good. Look at that.
That's just flat broken.
It is flat.
Yeah, there's no... What the hell? If you have a minion here, you're plus 5 power. Wait, what? Just straight up? See, that's why it's like...
Straight up.
just no backfires, no nothing. You're just use it. No discarding, no setup, no bullshit. Like that sounds so broken.
Move one of your minions from another base to here, or from here to another base. Okay, that would be really cracked with Mounties. Steampunk Mounties. Go for it.
That sounds really good. Like just like the concept of that, like
base.
what the RCMP would be in 2076. Riding those the metal like dog.
I'm just thinking of a specific
things.
item interaction.
Well, like I said, the more I play it, the better I'll get, right?
Okay. Play on a base. If you have a minion here, so ongoing. If you have a minion here, draw an extra card at the end of your turn.
Are you doing any stories, Senpai? If you want, Eggy, I will read one story at the end of the stream.
Okay, so this deck's got. I was expecting like equipment, but there's a lot of
which would be right now. Let me see. Yes, please. Okay, let's do a story, guys. Okay, so you beat my ass, Levi. We'll try this again sometime because I did have a lot of fun. Yeah. And if like you don't want me to do that, I won't do that. But like I really like amping it up, so don't ever feel bad. Like do your worst. Like literally do like what Muffin did to me in chess, where he just fucking annihilated me. It wasn't even funny.
I need me some ornate dome. Am I right, guys?
Hell yeah! That's actually a really good. That's a really good, like replacement. I'm gonna steal that, if I can.
Ornate dome.
Yeah.
No one's gonna get the reference. It is an incredibly niche reference to a one deck of like 50 in a card game that, you know, your audience hasn't played. What do the tornadoes do? I'm kind of curious about these guys. Loading. Why is it loading?
I'm still trying to find this one story that I can't find. It's really pissing me off.
Oh! Oh, the rainbow's quite nice. Tornadoes could be fun, but they seem like it's a lot of movement and a lot of base interaction.
No, it's not
maybe we should pick up a third person to play with us so we can have a zanier game. Because Disco Princesses was actually a fairly good deck.
Compared to mine.
There's that really crazy bit of synergy I got with the Diva and the Last Dance. Actually, no, these things are set synergy, so this is supposed to work that way. Because, okay, so Discos have a lot of things where it's one target, but then it's got 4 each. Right?
Yeah.
And that's because they are things that Diva is supposed to proc off of. Because each turn, when a standard action, which these are, directly affects one or more of my other minions, you may choose this minion to be affected the same way. And so I could, you know, do the double Last Dance proc. I could use I Will Survive in the same way. I could use,
so you just have knowledge of how card games work in general. Like I've literally, it's like the first time ever I played an actual card game that's not like fucking Uno.
I played a lot of Magic.
Applause. Nice, Valiant boy. Thanks.
Yeah, what if we played Magic together?
Oh fuck.
Magic's not that complicated. It seems complicated, but it isn't.
It's just not really my thing.
Have you played it?
I've watched people play it. I know people that play it. I've heard people talk about it. But I'm just like, just card games in general, just like, I'm not, like, Oh, it's hard enough for me even back in the day to be like, everyone's like, let's go play Catan. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
I've never played Catan.
I mean, it's fun. It's a super fast game and stuff like that, but it's like, it's just not my, you know. If I'm gonna sit down and play a game, this is my biggest problem. Is I want to sit down and play a game, I want to do a D&D sesh. A 1 week, 5 hour dedicated run of shit.
Yeah, I'll be down for some D&D.
Yeah. Like, what I want to do is a Baldur's Gate run through with a couple of people. That's like a once a week like collab, right?
I'm not that interested in playing Baldur's Gate together. I'd be interested in actual D&D, like a normal person.
I know, but it's like, my problem with that is every time I start, people bail out, and it's like you have to be committed for like 3 to 5 months if you want to do like an actual full campaign. If you're doing it once a week.
You can do one shots.
I like the extended stories though. Kind of what I'm more about.
Russians. Was it Russian fairy tales? Was that the recommendation? Or was
No, it was Magical Girl Russians.
Was it?
That's what it said is super popular in Japan. That was the first
yeah?
video that came up, was Magical Girl Russians. And it was like speed run or something like that.
I can't see Russians, but I can see Russian fairy tales.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But okay, Russian fairy tales?
Yeah. Like
Let's have a look at what these guys have.
like the
Baba Yaga.
Grimm what's it called?
Brothers Grimm isn't Russian.
No, I meant Brothers Grimm but Russian. Like, you know.
Yeah, but
Like as in fairy tales, right?
yeah, but
They're Russian
like,
fairy tales.
I mean, there's explicitly.
I wish my
this is
laptop
just
could
Baba
run
Yaga.
boulders. True, Eggy. It is definitely an advanced bit. You know what they should ban?
Hey, look, it's Baba Yaga.
Baba
The
Yaga.
specific character I reference.
Yep.
Place another minion here from the bottom of its owner's deck, to have them play a minion off the top of their deck here as an extra minion.
Damn.
Wait, oh, place. So you take. That's interesting. So.
That's way over my head.
So
That's
does
like
that
6 steps. That's
Yeah,
like 6
so-
steps. I'm
so-
like, no, man, that's too much for me.
So place another minion here. So another minion here is the target of the placement, and it's going to the bottom of its owner's deck. And then.
So it doesn't have to be your minion. It can be any minion.
Yeah. And then, so to have them play a minion off the top of their deck as an extra minion.
Aren't you giving
So-
them an extra minion, though?
Well, so as a consequence of placing another minion at the location to the bottom of its owner's deck. So it's a trade, and if they don't have a minion on top of their deck, I think it just doesn't activate. I think you check, and then if it's not,
So you want to make sure their next card is an action, not a minion.
yeah. But I think this deck has ways of making sure you've got a minion on top of your deck. So this seems like a deck you need to be kind of smart to pilot.
Yeah, probably not a good idea, right?
Yeah, so did the Magical Girls have ways of putting things on top of your deck?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it like a search your? Wait, was it like return a?
Oh no, this one says on the bottom, not the top. I was thinking of this card.
But
Place a
I'm
card from your
asking about-
discard pile onto the bottom of your deck.
I'm asking about the Magical
Discard
Girls, though.
pile
The,
less than. Player shuffle
not playing-
minions. Shuffle actions.
Let's see. Someone's hand.
I don't know, but anyways, I gotta head out because like I gotta go to bed, and I gotta
Okay.
read this story, and I was only supposed to stream again for 3 hours because like I work in the morning, and I'm tired as fuck.
Well, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna switch to another activity because.
All right. Well, it was a great collab, and hopefully I didn't, push it too far with my shenanigans. Let's just say.
It's fine. It was just. I can understand being upset about some of the wording. It's.
That was legit. Where I was like, I was just straight up trying to understand why I couldn't grasp it. I'm like, I'm retarded.
Yeah.
Why can't I fucking? Why does my brain not understand this wording?
It's kind of confusing. Hey, real quick before you disappear, give me a short story premise.
Oh, a fantasy?
Sure.
A bard given hidden sword threaten fallen sorcerer.
Okay, that sounds like I can work with it.
And it can give you an event.
Sure. Give me an event as well.
It's a traveling bard. He goes to a village, and he sings a song. Hold on, and he sings a song, and he doesn't know where this song originated from. He's just heard it before, and he really likes the song. And it's about a sword and a stone. And he's in this like he travels from tavern to tavern singing, right? And he's singing this song, and afterwards a guy comes up to him and says, "Do you know the origin of that song?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "In the grove behind the village, there's literally like a stone that looks like a sword. Like someone took a stone and carved a sword out of it. So it looks like a stone sword coming out of a piece of stone." And he goes to it, and that's the start of the story. Something like that. It's like something to do with his songs of a bard unleashing. And he goes there and sings the song, and like the verse unleashes the sword, and from there it's like unleashes the fallen sorcerer. It's like maybe it's a guy's grave, and the sword is like a seal holding this sorcerer in his grave, and singing this tune next to the sword unleashes him from his grave. There. I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah. It's a fun. I think I'm gonna go on my own interpretation of the three-word association. The bard given hidden sword threaten fallen sorcerer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I quite like your take on it. I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, no worries. It is what it is.
I thought by give you an event, you meant like you had an exclamation mark event sort of thing.
No, I haven't done that yet. That's the plan.
Yeah.
So like each of the subjects, so like for instance a bard, right? And then I'd have like things that were related to a bard that a bard would do.
This is like a lot of work.
Well, I just literally I've already done it. I just put it into Grok. I just have to copy and paste it and structure it with the randoms. So it's like it'll take like 2 or 3 hours to get all of them done. But I have them all literally set up in a list ready to go.
I mean, Stream Elements has an AI feature, so it wouldn't be that complicated to.
I just don't. I'm not even gonna touch that.
It wouldn't be that complicated to go have a thing that's like exclamation mark event and then the topic of the event.
I don't know.
And then,
I'll
like,
have to figure it
the
out.
Prompt built in, have it say, give me a 15-word description of an event involving then the input.
Because usually the event is like what starts off the story, right? And it's like that's the story pitch at the beginning. So like the idea is, for instance, like with a prince. So it's like, well, if it's a prince, it has to include a kingdom, right? With a bard, it's like, oh, well, it's obviously going to include a crowd because he's a bard. It's a mage, so it's obviously going to include like a tome. So trying to have those relative things. So it's like, if this was like mage, given hidden sword, threaten fallen sorcerer, it's like, oh, then mage finds tome, reads tome, tome shows sword, sword unlocks sorcerer, something like that.
So hey, Valium, I didn't say hi to you when you showed up my chat, but someone was yapping.
True. I gotta live up to my name.
Anyway, I I guess it's time to go our separate ways.
Sounds
You're
good.
heading to Snoozeville, and I will not be accompanying you.
I'm gonna read one story. So there's gonna be a short
Okay.
story, and then we'll go. But yeah.
Well, enjoy your story.
Well, thank you very much for streaming together, good sir.
Big thumbs up. I'd like to play more Smash Up, especially once you're better at the game.
Yeah, I'll look up on it on my weekend and watch some videos and actually learn some strategies. Because it's like chess. If you don't have a strategy going into it, it's kind of dull. You know, like you have to have an idea of what you're doing. Like if I'm going to a StarCraft game, I'm like, am I doing a 12 hatch? Am I doing a 9 pool? Am I doing a 12 pool? Am I doing an over hat or an over pool? Am I doing a 3 hatch? You know.
I don't have a plan going into it. I figure out the plan as I'm going, because it's.
But like you know how to construct a plan. I don't even know how to construct a plan. I don't even know where to begin, right? So it's like my plan isn't even cohesive.
See,
And it's probably like 4 steps longer than it needs to be, because I'm just not using the cards right.
Yeah. Speaking of plans, remember that heirloom I played right on the Diva, right at the start of the long game?
Yeah.
And you mentioned that might be a mistake, but I thought, oh, it's not a mistake, so I'm going to move the guy to the other space. But
Yeah.
it was a mistake, because I was going to sacrifice the guy for points anyway.
Ah.
Although,
I see.
Although if you had played a minion on your... No, it was the end of your turn, so you couldn't have... Never mind. What's the end of your...
I don't know. I don't remember.
No, it's the end of my turn, because I pushed it over the...
Over the limit?
Because you had the thing that made it so that...
The
thing
status
was
field that
gold
made it so
gold.
it couldn't roll over.
Yeah. But I knew it was a good strategy once I had my 2 guys that would cheat, that I could sack for no real expense, and
Yeah.
your guy that was kind of good,
Yeah.
kind of a good card. I was like, you don't want to get rid of this guy, but it would be more beneficial for you to have sacked it,
Yeah.
because then you ended up winning that space with a big amount of numbers anyway, right?
Yeah, it was like way overkill, right? It's like I could have
No,
spread
I-
way thinner.
No, I did win that one actually. I won 11-10 at the end there.
Oh.
Remember, it was that.
I don't know. I don't remember.
But it was a mess.
One day we'll figure it out, right?
Yeah, you need the strategy might be to play a different deck.
True. But
Yeah.
magical girls, they're always the best. Oh, well, princesses.
This
Fuck,
is
man.
gonna be
Princesses
your,
were good.
It's gonna be your pink frosted donut. I can't remember the full name, but like from Smosh Food Wars.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, you're not. Yeah, well, you're not winning nearly as often as Ian did.
Yeah, it is what it is. Winning, losing, it's all about the journey. And if the journey is entertaining, that's what matters, right?
Yeah, well, go read your stories, story boy. I'm gonna get off
Alright.
and write one.
Sounds good.
See it.
Peace. Alright, sorry about that, guys. You know me, I like to ramble. So, I have no idea which story we're going to do. Because I'm trying to find this one about water. And I just can't find it. So, I think we're just going to go with this one. Okay, so this is the Highland Battle one. That's what this is. It's the Highland Battle, but it's my version of the Highland Battle. Okay, perfect. Let's So change the font here. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna take a toke, and we're gonna start this. You guys ready? The sun was breaking over the mountains and spilling across the great plain. The sound of drums and trumpets sounded for the men to ready their lines. Aldrich fell in line with the rest of the men as he almost stumbled to keep up. The darkened metal helmet upon his head covered his young face. He was tall for his age, so he thought with a full helm no one would be able to tell. The bronze sword at his hip and the iron dagger in his boot, he thought, would be all the might he needed. He was young, athletic, strong, and quite a bit bigger than most boys his age. He had trained day and night with his sword for this moment. He was not going to let it be taken from him. The creaking of large oaks rose above the concoction of noise from the camp as the men on horses rode out of the gate first. The heavy breathing and strain to hold up his sword had become known to him all too quick. Fighting against nothing was not the same as fighting against another's steel. His muscles ached and cramped, his heart beat in his ears like an endless howl of the tides crashing against rocks. He gasped as his fingers failed him and the sword fell from his hands. He had but one chance now. He jumped upon the man in front of him, tearing under his helm to remove it. He pressed his hands against the man's throat, blood searing into his vision as he bellowed curses at his foe. Aldrich removed his hands from the limp body and searched for his sword. It was nowhere to be seen. He swiftly reached out for another body lay at his side. His sword in hand, Aldrich took it for his own. Now, with weapon in hand, he pressed once again to the front lines. The enemy had been pushed back by the cavalry, and the last rain of arrows from the archers halted them enough to be surrounded. The battle was thickest in the middle. Aldrich was past thought at this point, and he only had one purpose. The blood on his sword stained the dry grass as he charged with his brethren. His ferocity and tact to never overextend had him receiving pats and nods from the other knights. This unbannered new recruit earning such respect on his first day, Aldrich was not of that mind, though. The exhaustion had taken him to the edge of thought. He was a wistless spirit dancing among these foul creatures who he sought to slay with vigor and devotion. His blade clashed against others, wringing his hands, but this time he held fast to his sword. He pressed onward as the corpses gathered at their feet. Sight of the enemy camp was now on the horizon. Long had the day been without rest and full of near misses. Aldrich could barely stand. He was leaning on his blade to steady himself while he leaned over another dispatched foe. He was falling further into the back line as he rested. He had done all he could to this point. The battle was won. He wanted to go on and be at the front line of the glory as the camp was overrun. His legs would not move, however, so he simply stood and stared at the men running past him. They seemed to recognize him for some reason, nodding and mumbling and greeting under their breaths. He felt satisfied as he looked towards the sky, the sun almost darkened by the mountains, but the surrounding sky ablaze in fire. After he had rested for several hours, he walked into the now conquered camp where the men were feasting and drinking. He received much praise as he entered, and before he knew it, someone had removed his helm and shoved an ale in his hand. "Drink up, hero, you fought well. No one will doubt your courage, newcomer." Aldrich was shocked that even seeing how young he was in his face and his race, they were still in the mood to cheer him on. A smile crept across his face as he took a swig. Shall no man drop his sword, but find another, he raised his glass, to the swords of our dead. True. Oh, it's been a day, boys. It's been a fucking day. But hey, we love it. That's what it's all about. Can't complain. Only thing I complain about is that I can't find my fucking story. That I'm like, I have to, like, I know there was an AI story I wrote, and I was like, damn, this is really good. I'm not even gonna write a story. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't that one, because I was, like, super into writing the one that's, like, the melting and freezing ice, and the, like, the layers of it is, like, the building of a lifelong friendship. And we read the AI one, but I can't not find the fucking non-AI one. And it's pissing me off, because I swear I wrote it. And I'm going to have to, like, go back through my streams in, like, February? I don't even fucking know when I tried to write it. I guess I could see... No, because I actually updated it, so I can't even see when the other one was last saved, because I resaved it. Oof. That would have been a smart move. Then I would have at least had an idea of when that story was made. But... anyways... thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching, guys. I know today was a little bit different. We didn't get as much stories or writing in, but that's okay. Like I said, we have a new idea for another story. So that's 4 ideas now we have backed up. We haven't had enough time to be able to do them. So, we'll find some time. But I don't have my weekend until Wednesday night. Thursday, Friday, I don't work. So other than that, we're pretty much... and, like, I've been working early, so we haven't been doing at least 5 hours. Unfortunate, but that's how it goes, right? We hit the 3-hour mark. That's what matters. We did our job. We got it good, right? Kept you around. That's what matters. So, if you can't say fuck you to your friends, who can you say fuck you to? Fuck you! And, because I remembered, let's take a quote from Tyrion Lannister. The wit and wisdom of Tyrion Lannister on being a dwarf. The only thing more pitiful than a dwarf without a nose is a dwarf without a nose who has no gold. True. Alright guys, let's find someone to raid. Let's do this shit. Who we raiding today? Raid, 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 raid. I mean, oh, it's a toss-up, guys. It's a toss-up. Damn. I've raided Rowan more times. Let's do this. Oh, thank you, Valiant Boy. Thank you. You're a good boy, Valiant Boy. Thanks, man.